What's this? All right, check the microphone audio. Okay, got the green lights and welcome. I'm gonna a few minutes early, but I already see two people waiting. I don't want to keep people waiting. Oh, my son is upstairs playing. Okay, what's up, Bobby? Master Players Radio and Television Plus Gaming. And I was watching your live stream the other day. Yeah, the T-Mobile's really good. I know you did the speed test at the end of the stream. I saw, and I saw the replay after because I left. I forgot I left early. I left before you ended. I was so tired. I was sleepy. So that T-Mobile works pretty good. You got with 3 bars. You're getting about I forgot what it was. I think you got about 8 megabits upload and download. You had like 290 something. That's pretty good for wireless. Because I was looking into that. I looked into that about a year ago. T-Mobile, because we have T-Mobile. That's my phone service is T-Mobile. So when I saw the home internet, so it's like a box, right? Like some kind of box you get. That's like your router, your 5G receiver router thingy, whatever it is. So I looked into that. But then, of course, when they came up with this, because that's pretty good speed for, And over here, forget it. I'm in Yonkers, so we have a lot of 5G coverage all over the place. So I probably would get 4 bars or even 5, maybe even 5 bars. But at least 3 or 4 bars. But that's still pretty good. Because my phone, T-Mobile, I'm in the basement. I'm all bars, all 5 bars. I mean, oh my god. Yeah, so 5 bars I get with the T-Mobile. So I could only imagine the speed. Well, that's pretty good. The latency I noticed was a little bit, but for when you was playing, it was fine. You was playing 720p. That was pretty good. For that game, it was pretty good. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yep. So right now it is 47 degrees here in Yonkers, New York, and it's cloudy. Chance of rain tonight. It's been on and off. Hasn't rained yet, but when I picked up my son from school, my God, I got this nail sticking out of here. Oh my God, my OCD is kicking in because I need to clip that off. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to clip this off. Oh my God, my OCD is. Look at that nail. My OCD is playing tricks. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes. It's like, wait. Oh my God. There you go. Oh my God. It's like a little piece of nail that sticks out in the. Anyway, it's annoying. And my OCD is like, okay, I need to cut it. Click. That's it. Yeah, so it's cloudy today. It's a typical January day. I was just talking to my son. January is like for me, January is like the longest month for me. It's like, I don't want to say depressing, but it's kind of like the longest month because, we just got over the holidays now. And now it's like, okay, we bringing in the new year. I get it. But it's like, especially here in it's cold. It's always cloudy or something. It's just January for me is a long month. And then February comes, and then February is a short month, of course. But January is definitely one of those months that, uh, you know, and get going. Oh my God, I just ate two. I don't know. I just ate some pork chops. Oh my God. Well, I ate one pork chop. Hello, Keegan, and good afternoon. Northwest Arkansas, 50 degrees and sunny. Okay, so I'm over here. It's 47 degrees and cloudy. 3 people watching. Thank you. And yeah, so I when I came out, I just shared it with the Facebook group. That's it. Just because eventually I want more people to be on the Facebook group, so I can just post it there. That's it. I was gonna post it on Twitter and things. I don't like posting on Twitter because a lot of people on Twitter that they're not subscribers to this channel. They're just people that I follow on Twitter. They follow me on Twitter, and that's it. So I only post it afterwards when I'm done with the live stream. Then I post it on Twitter. If anybody wants to like look at it, whatever. But for the most part, like just now, I did it on a Facebook group. That's it. So yeah, and and also I just moved the Hammerlin is in the boiler room now. So let me let me get, oh my God, here we go with the, so there goes the Zenith back there. That's the Zenith. Oh my God, what the, can you, oh my God, what is going on with me? Okay, here we go. Sorry. So the Zenith is back here now, and the helicopter, the Hammerlin is in the boiler room now. And I was listening to it last night. I have it hooked up to the MFJ, and I forgot. It was so long since I used it that I even forgot how to use it. Oh wow! Hello, Glenn Dansler. Hello, hello everyone. I'm just going to watch on YouTube. Been on the road all day. My spinal stenosis pain is not good. Now the TV off the computer. Okay. Well, I hope you get better. Spinal stenosis. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Any type of back pain is very. I know it happened to me a couple of times. I think it happened to me a year ago. I was unloading Sam's Club stuff. Like the case of water bottles, and it was all the way in the back of the trunk, the car, and I went to reach out for it, and I guess I tried to pull it, and I felt it right away. I felt the pain in my back, and my back was for a couple of days. I was in pain. I had to put the heating pad. I have a heating pad. I just put on the heat. I laid down with the heating pad because backache is no joke. They're very debilitating. Any type of injury, but especially that back pain, shoulder pain. Oh my God, that too, shoulder pain. So anyway, Glenn, I hope you get better. Just relax. And my son is playing upstairs. Yeah. So yeah. Let me put the. Right now it's okay. 25 megahertz. He's not even listed on Shortwave schedule. 25 megahertz. Only 20 megahertz is listed. So it's like as what is it? 20 plus. A good signal. Let me see what exactly it's on. You barely hear it. Reno says it. I can never get this one here. I don't know why. Let me see. What about radio? Yep.
Un varón, dijo la enfermera, se afeitará con lecciones. Era una propaganda, una copia de la telefonía argentina, además de radioteatro argentino, los programas musicales en vivo, radio con orquesta, una cosa muy
that is not.
los relatos deportivos que eran
Okay. That cannot be what I think it is, but what is going on with this thing? Okay. Yeah, so it gotta be yeah, anyway. WRMI. Okay.
transmitía desde el patio, que era un restaurante muy importante en México con artistas también.
Yeah, I hope I don't get a hiccup right now, YouTube hiccup. Because my webpage, I just loaded the webpage and it was like this. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me. So yeah, that T-Mobile, Bobby, that T-Mobile is pretty good. It's pretty good. And you did that speed test. I wonder if you could put it because I don't know where you have it in your house, the modem. Maybe if you put it near the window and you get a better signal, you know. Okay. Autism radios and more channel to hang out. Internet's is horrible in there. No, internet's fine. It's just sometimes you get a hiccup. It's just sometimes it doesn't matter what you always get hiccups. It's never 100% reliable internet. The only thing I don't like about here is that we have it on a pole outside. When I lived in the Bronx in New York City, all the cables are underground. But here in Yonkers, everything is on a pole. And I don't like that. I don't like when the wires are out there in the pole. Because then the weather can affect it, especially if water gets in the like when I had the cable modem. If water gets in the cable or the connection can get loose because of the wind. So, because it happened. I know a couple of times when I had the cable, when the weather gets bad or it gets windy or raining, it would sporadically mess with my internet. But it was because the cable was either loose at the when they connected from the house coming in the house. From the utility line on a pole to hit in the house. I have a video I show on my other channel, my Dan Tech channel. That video there, I will show you how it's connected from outside coming into my house. And I'm not a fan of those having the internet on utility. But I mean, over here, that's what Yonkers is. Half of Yonkers is. When I moved to Yonkers, I realized right away there's a lot of telephone poles and utility poles and all that. I'm not used to that in New York City. Everything is underground. So I don't know. But internet is never 100% reliable. Trust me on that. I've been I don't know how old you are, but I've been using internet for many, many, many years. Since the 90s. And it's always issues. And it doesn't I started with dial-up modems. Then it was DSL. Then it's cable modem. And now it's fiber optic. And it's always, it just depends on, service and all that. It's not, I mean, it's, and I, for what I'm paying for my service, it's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about it. Right now, I'm paying $60 a month. I have a 2-year contract, $60 a month. Gigabit, although it's a gigabit, it's not really gigabit. It's like 900 something megabits per second. And the upload speed is about 600, 700. I can't complain, If it hiccups for 1 second, then so be it sometimes. That's the nature of it. And my earlier streams, when I had the cable, I got kicked out. A few times when I had the satellite, when I had cable, you saw some of them. I got I right away within an hour, I'll start getting the warning, and I was on the gaming site for 3 hours playing games and not even a hiccup. It is what it is. Okay, autism radios. I got fiber optic, which is my local electronic company Wi-Fi. Okay, well, that's good. You got fiber. Okay, cool. Yeah, that too. Yeah, torrents. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, they monitor all that stuff. I don't do that here anyway. I used to. I used to download torrents and share a few of them, but then it got to a point where now I don't even use that much software anymore. I'm the opposite now. I don't use software. I mean, I use Windows. That's it. But I mean, I don't use like a lot of. I don't have a lot of different software that I use. I have my word processor, Word Office Suite, which I use. It's free one. My editing for when I do video editing is Windows Movie Maker. That's what I use. I don't use nothing special. I don't buy software anymore. I used to buy software. I used to get lifetime license on them and all that. And then when company changes the pricing or they go out of business, I lose that money. So I stopped doing that. I stopped. You know. Now there's a lot of things you could do online now, like Photoshop. Now is you could just do it online. Bobby, others will have satellite or fixed wireless or like me cellular 5G. Yeah, and that when we was watching you play, um, you know, and it depends on your coverage because I just see Jim posted something. It depends on your coverage too. Like I live next to New York City, so we have good coverage here. It's very a lot of coverage here, so I'm okay here in Yonkers. But if you might live in a smaller area, it's gonna be, more. You're not gonna have as much coverage. So Bobby says, Cox, COX, yeah, Cox Internet for that. Yeah, COX. They will kick you off for a lot of. It's not only them. A lot of ISPs, a lot of internet service provider will kick you out if they see that um you're sharing files. You're doing a lot of file sharing. You'll get sometimes they'll give you a warning. It happened to a friend of mine when I lived in the Bronx. He used to share a lot of files, like torrents and all that. And Optima send them a warning. They send them a notice and say you need to stop this, or they're gonna, you know, they're gonna close the account. And I don't think he got fined because sometimes they even try to give you some kind of fine there, like a penalty or something ridiculous. My web hosting tried to do that to me a long time ago. They wanted to charge me more money because I went over the bandwidth on a server, and they wanted to charge me like a few $1,000s. I just left. I said, I'm not paying this. I went to another web host provider and I took and they were trying to extort me for like, $5,000, some ridiculous amount. Oh, I went over my band. I went over a lot of bandwidth by a lot because because there was a time where I was sharing files on a server. I used to share files on a server, not in my house, web hosting. And I put files in there. I was sharing them, which I shouldn't have done, but this is like 1995, 96, you know. Of course, I wouldn't do that now because, first of all, you get sued. Not only get shut down, but they'll prosecute you now for that. It's piracy, software piracy. And I wouldn't do that now. But back then, I did that a couple of times. And I realized I got tired of getting shut down, you know, and, it wasn't worth it. Lucky for me, I didn't get sued, but they took my site down. They took my site down. I said, no, you can't do that. I used to share MP3 files. My main thing was software. I remember when I used to do that. It was software. It was MP3s and unlock serial numbers. Like if you had a software and you needed a particular serial number, it was on my website. but they shut me down. But I didn't get sued. I didn't get prosecuted. Nothing like that. They just shut me down. They said, that's it. Yeah, I know a lot of people still do pirate. I don't do that. I got it a long time ago. Like I said, 95 was my last 95, 96. I was done with that. I was done with file sharing and all that. And especially sharing, yeah, I was done with that. Because we knew each other a lot. Some webmasters knew each other. I used to use a program called ICQ. It's like IC. If you know what ICQ is, it's like AIM, like Messenger. But back then, I forget, even Microsoft didn't have their Messenger yet. ICQ was the most popular one at that time, and then AOL came out with their Messenger. But ICQ was the one that a lot of people used in that industry or whatever. And I still have the old ICQ account. I still have it. And let me turn this off. And that's how I used to chat with them. And we would have a chat, and they would tell me, "Oh, I got shut down over here." One person I knew got sued. They took him to court. They sued him, but he was a big site, real popular site, and they sued him. They went after him. They made an example out of him. And by then I was already, and I ain't doing that. I'm not into that. Because a lot of them used to do it to put banner ads and make money with the banner ads. And some will sell the CDs. They used to call them wear CDs. So you get all the pirated copy of all these on a CD-ROM, and but I never did all that. I just shared a few files, and my site was never not as big as some of these people's sites. They were huge, and they made a lot of money. So some of those sites made a lot of money in a short period of time, but they were so big, they got the attention from authorities, and they got shut down, and they got sued. Some of them got sued for a lot of money. They got sued. So let me go back up here. I'm sorry. So yeah, torrenting. Yeah, I don't even mess with that stuff anymore. Kicking the X. I started with dial-up. My dad had web TV, later MSN TV, from 2001 to August 2013 when dial-up service was discontinued. MSN TV service was discontinued a little later in 2013. Okay, September 2013. Okay, and Kicking the X. I use CenturyLink for internet service on my laptop since late August 2013. Excuse me. Hello, Jim's radio check. I saw your video, but I forgot to put. I didn't get to put. But I saw your band scan with the supersonic radio. It looked like a cool radio. It looked like a little kind of. It was like a boom box. It's pretty cool. Jim's radio check. I had T-Mobile wireless internet service. I had a 2-week trial, and I took it back in 3 days. It's okay. It sucked. Wow. No, Bobby's work fine, but I mean, to me, I have this, but if I couldn't have, for example, because everyone, that's the problem. The thing is, it's a monopoly. Anywhere you go, it's a monopoly with your cable service. Because over here, cable service is Optimum. That's it. There's no other. There's no Spectrum or the other companies. It's only Optimum. Optimum is the big dog around here in New York City area and all that. It's Optimum. So the fiber, same thing. Optimum. Verizon has fiber. They have files. So I was about to go to Verizon. I was this close to going to Verizon for the files, but then Optimum started pushing it out, started rolling it out. Since Altice bought them, it's a company called Altice. When they bought Optimum, that was their priority. They wanted to go head to head with Verizon on the fiber, and that's what they did. And in a matter of a couple of years, they rolled out so much fiber, and that's what I have now. I have the Optimum one, but but Verizon was the first one to have fiber in this area. Was Verizon. but I didn't want at that time. It was a lot more money for fiber, and I was happy with 300 megabits upload. I mean download. Excuse me, 30 mega. I was happy with that, but then it was just getting too. I was just getting too many dropouts. Too many. I would do a live stream and multiple times on one stream. I will have issues. You remember when a few months ago, and I was getting it was frustrating. So yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry you had a bad experience with T-Mobile. I think T-Mobile is a great service. My phone service is T-Mobile, and of course, my phone. I'm about to get a new phone because I'm done with the Huawei phones. Long story short, I'm done with the Huawei phone. I need to get something else now because they just updated my software and oh my god, you gotta let me read a little bit here. King and the X, I use Sentry Link for internet service on my laptop since late 2013. Okay. Oh, I just read that. What am I saying? So let me skip. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Bobby, now these days you can just get an Android TV box or Fire and watch everything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You don't need, because before people used to download movies. Because there was a time where it was really yeah. A couple of times I went to Pirate Bay for music though. I went there for music. This is like early 2000. I went to Pirate Bay and I got a couple of. I think one of them was Depeche Mode. There was a couple of albums. FLAC, they call it FLAC format. FLAC is the uncompressed. Basically, it's like an uncompressed format. Because I don't rip MP3s anymore. We got Spotify. Spotify, you could just listen to everything online. I still have old empty MP3 files on hard drives. I think I have about 60 gigs. I got about 60 gigs of music. Old stuff. This from the 90s and all that. Like a lot of MP3s from the 90s. Of course, when I had the Macs, I had iTunes. I had music from the iTunes store. I still have those. Oh my god, I have a lot of music, but I don't listen to them anymore because I can just go on Spotify and pick who I want to listen to, and I got the artist right there. I got the free version because I don't want to pay for ads. I mean, I don't want to pay for the service. I listen to the ads. I don't care. Usually when I listen to the ads, I go take a break. Bathroom break or whatever. I don't know. Or go make a sandwich or something. I don't mind the ads. You know. Yes, exactly, Bobby. You can just get a TV box now. King and the Extra, I use Verizon for Wi-Fi internet source from my iPhone. Okay, for your iPhone, okay. And Autism Radio. When you have a phone that has a hotspot, you can connect your others with your phone's hotspot. Yeah, you can. All phones now you can do that. This phone I can do that too. I can set this phone as a hotspot and use a T-Mobile service from here. I can do that too. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. All phones you can do that now. So yeah. Kicking the extra. I have Verizon via my iPhone as a backup. If CenturyLink is exactly. And Bobby put a link. I don't know what that link is. I'm gonna open a new tab. Oh, the coverage. I agree. Okay. Oh, this is where you at. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right, let me close that. Okay. I see. So that's your local. King and the Extra. My dad tried AT&T dial-up service for a time after previous dial-up number went belly up sometime in 2008. From what I recall, it was on the expensive side. Uh, when I first had dial-up, I actually had a free dial-up account from my old company, and I hope they're not watching me. But um, it was a company called UUNet. That was a company that the internet service provider UUNet. And when I had this company, they gave me a whole bunch of dial-up numbers, and of course the login. So after I left the company, I was still using the dial-up, free dial-up. So I had free dial-up for years, for a long time. I still have those numbers. I don't even know if they work anymore. But I have free dial-up. I have free dial-up for years. For like 10 years. I have free dial-up. And then of course by the late 90s, of course people started offering free dial-up like Net Zero. You know, you got to put up with an ad or something. I had Juno, free email. You had to dial up to get your email. I had free, but Net Zero was the biggest one for free internet, free dial-up. And but I had my own service that was free, dial-up. Okay, my nose itching. Wow. Yeah. So I had UUNet from a company. They care, and then they never, I just used them as dial-up because it was a whole bunch of numbers. So if this one didn't work, you try this number. This number it was whole. So I always had 2 or 3 that I tried. I would get in there. 28.8, 56K, you know. And I had it for like 10 years, and I stopped using it. I still have them on a text file somewhere. And I one day I might try it, but I don't have a phone line anymore anyway. So it defeats the purpose. I don't even have an analog phone line anymore anyway. So, but I had the numbers. Okay, man, it's itching right here. What the? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby. Some people will still do that, but pirating software games will become. Yeah, it is harder. It's a lot harder now. See, hosting them. You're gonna host like because what I used to, what it was classified as, it was a wear site. That's what I started with. Like I would use free hosting sites like GeoCities, Tripod. Um, there's a whole bunch of them that were free hosting. So they give you a certain amount of 100 megs or whatever, how many file size. And I will upload files there, and I will link them in. But then they shut you down quick. They shut you down. And then I tried paying for hosting, which I did. Okay, I need to blow my nose. So I'll be right back. My God, it's like somebody nose itch. I'll be right back. Where's my tissue? All right. All right, there we go. Wow. Oh my God, it's like I need to really clean this place. Anyway, I'm gonna have an air filter down here soon. All right, I have to do one more thing, and I don't want to do it in front of the camera. My God, yo. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me go down here. I'm sorry. So what happened? Live TV, baby. Live TV. Stuff happens. Oh, kicking the exit. When my dad got an AT&T phone with answering machine in 2010, and again in 2017, he put he put a stick over the AT&T print on that. So Jim's radio check says it's 31 degrees and cloudy. And let me scroll down here. And Bobby says, I went from dial-up to DSL, then cable, then back to DSL, then back to cable twice. Now 5G, 5G. Yeah, we all, I don't think anybody has the same dial-up from 20 years ago. I've been through so many, especially web hosting. I've been through so many web hosting. Oh my gosh. I started with a company called Dial Tone Internet for my web hosting. I was with them for a couple of months. Then my bandwidth went through the roof. That's the one that was trying to extort me for all this money. I said, I left them. I said, get out of here. I'm not paying you $5,000 to keep us. It wasn't even a server. I would just it was just virtual hosting. That means they give you a couple of folders in a Linux box, and they point your domain name to the folder, and that's your website. And I was like, so I left them. I went to another company. I've been to so many companies. And then finally, a year after that, I finally hosted my own web server. So they rent you a box, a physical, and they have a like because data center, they have a racks, and one of them is your server. I had a server for a couple of years with one company. Then I went to another company because the pricing was ridiculous. I got to the point where but I was making money through ads, so it was paying for the server and everything. And then it got to, and I was doing it for about 8 years, 8 to 10 years, and then finally it wasn't profitable anymore. And and that's it. I stopped hosting websites for there was other I had search engine. I had some other stuff I don't want to talk about. They made money too. Let's just put it that way. And so I know how to run a web server. I taught myself Linux. I taught myself how to secure a server, domain name service, how to install scripting language. I like PHP, Perl language, all that stuff. Because you got to automate websites too. And we take it for granted because everybody has a WordPress site. You can put a plugin there and that's it. They have plugins for everything now. Back then you had to write your own stuff, or somebody had to write their own stuff and plug it in there, and you had to install it. And everything's done command line. Until now they have web GUIs, like web admin. One's called cPanel. That's the one I use the most, cPanel. When I did my web server stuff. This was server admin stuff. cPanel. But that one you had to pay a licensing fee. So every month on top of what I'm paying, I had to pay a licensing fee just to use cPanel. Yeah. And just ready to check. It was fast. Everything good upload and download speed, but it would constantly freeze up. Yeah. And then Bobby's asking him, okay. And Jim said, I'm very happy with the T-Mobile phone service. And this phone service is awesome. I went through a few of those. I started with Sprint, and that was horrible. I started with Sprint. Then I went to Verizon. Verizon we had for a long time. Verizon was pretty good. In this area, Verizon was pretty good. And then I finally went to T-Mobile. I gave T-Mobile a try because they had a real good. Because they have the plan that's not a contract. You just play. You just play. You pay no contract, just monthly fee. So that's what we decided. Because I got fed up with contracts too. Because I didn't want to use their phone anymore. Because this is an unlocked phone. So I just take the SIM out. When I buy my other phone, it's gonna be an unlocked phone. I'm just gonna put the SIM on that one. That's it. I don't need to. It's not a phone tie into one particular carrier. It's an unlocked phone. I always get unlocked phones for the last few years. And this one, you could put two of them. I could put two SIMs on this one. So I can have two carriers. It has two SIMs. But I'm getting a new phone anyway because I'm done with the Huawei phones. Too much stuff with the Huawei now. They just so I don't know. I'm looking into Motorola phone, maybe a Pixel. I don't know yet. Anybody want to recommend me a phone that's not an iPhone? Android phone? Anybody want to recommend it? Put it right in the chat. Go ahead. I'll take a look at it. Right now, I'm leaning toward the Motorola Moto is the 5G. It's a big phone though. It has a stylus too. Because I want a big phone. I don't want my eyes. I need a big phone. And I don't want no iPhone. That's one thing I don't want. I don't want to be tied to no Apple stuff. Where is it at? Oh, Bobby, it goes It also goes from 3 to 4 bars and vice versa, and it stayed 5G for the past. That's good. So you get consistent 5G speed. That's good, man. Oh, wow, that's cool. Because I like I said, I heard about it and I looked into it. I saw reviews on it. They were pretty good reviews on it. It depends on the area. If you got coverage, then you're good. If you don't have coverage, then yeah, it's not gonna be so good. But over here, I have coverage. I have, this is an older phone too, and still works fine. But we have coverage here. Yonkers is pretty good coverage. Jim's radio check. I will get 3 to 4 bars. Also, it will freeze up every 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it could be that. So let me see. So yeah, okay. So I'm catching up. Okay. And Jim's radio check. I have. Sounds like you had a bad gateway. I don't know. Could be that. I don't know. Jim's radio check. I have AT&T DSL line, and I had no problems with it. I had it for at least 6 to 7 years. That's pretty good. And Keegan's DSL is a CenturyLink. Jim's radio check. We have up to 3 TV streaming. Yeah, yeah. When I had cable too, we had I stream. My son, he streams upstairs with either on the tablet or on the computer. Sometimes he does both. He'll be on the computer doing something. He'll put the TV on, the living room TV, and that's streaming YouTube. And then my wife is in the room streaming something on her TV. I mean, on her laptop while she's watching TV that's streaming. Everybody's streaming, and then my brother on the second floor streams. So we got everybody in the house streams, multiple sources, and we don't have no issue. It's just sometimes the street because you know it's on a utility pole, so you're at the mercy of the sometimes the weather or whatever. But so far so good. I can't complain. And James Trady checks said you got mail. Yeah, I started with dial up. I think I started first time I started dial up was 14.4 kilobits. 14.4 kilobits. That was Prodigy Internet. That was back in 1993. Prodigy. And then in 1994 or so, I went to AOL. I tried AOL, and they were up to 28.8. I went to AOL, and then that's when because Prodigy had chat too. They had chat and all that. But AOL was a whole nother level. Everybody's going to AOL. Everybody's going to AOL. If you was on Prodigy, it was like, okay, this is old stuff. Now, everybody's on AOL. You want to chat with your friends on AOL, so you want to chat with them on AOL. So that's when we would chat. We'd be like, yo, let's go to this chat room. And then we start flooding the chat. And then what I would do, which of course I got kicked out of AOL a few times, because I would always do the free trial and then get kicked out, open up another free trial. After a few times, then I finally paid for the service. But I didn't do that stuff anymore. I used to do flooding, scrolling. There was programs, add-on like plug-in programs, and you could do like like a character. They use ASCII keys, ASCII characters, and I would do like a drawing on the chat room, a big drawing, and I would get kicked out because that's what they call that flooding or scrolling. If you do a lot of scrolling, so sometimes I'll put an image up, and people get a chuckle out, they laugh, and then I would get kicked out. Yeah, because I should just get the free trial. I will sign up. That's it for free trial, and then I will get kicked out by then. Then I will come back with another free trial, and I would just keep. I didn't pay for a lot of plus. By the time 1995 rolled around and I started working for that company, I had free dial-up. So I had that free dial-up, and then I started connecting AOL through LAN. What it was. No. There's a way where you could connect to AOL without using your own dial-up. I mean, with their dial-up. That makes sense. Anyway, if you make an AOL account, there's a way. It's an option. A lot of people didn't know about it. I will connect with my free dial-up. You had to make an AOL account anyway, and you connect to AOL like at least to now you don't get all the features. You get some of them. I forgot how it was. No, that might have came up. That might have came up a few years. I think it was around '96 when I started setting up a home network. And yeah, there was a way where you could connect AOL through LAN. But by then I was paying for it anyway. I was paying for it, and because I was paying for the service, because people that I knew were on AOL, so I wanted to just stay in touch with them. So I wanted paying for the service, and of course, by that time, I didn't try to get kicked out. I behaved. That's why I tell people now about the whole chat thing, because I was a knucklehead. I was a knucklehead, and I would get kicked out a lot. I would pick fights and stuff in the chat room, and before you know it, you kicked out, you disconnected. They kick you out of AOL completely. Boom, you're out of AOL, and you can't come back in. They put a number there. You cannot. Your account has been suspended. Please call 1-800 whatever number it was, and you got to call up and say, "Listen," and they'll tell you, "Okay, I see you got kicked out for this and this," and I'll be like, "Okay, sorry," and then they'll be like, "Okay, you." And that's what we're gonna give you a warning. And if you try again, we're gonna delete your account for good. I said, okay. So I will come back. Of course, he'd be on hold and all that. It's like, we take that for granted now. We take that for granted. Like I'm complaining about fiber optic that it hiccuped. Like we take that for granted that we had a dial up, or if my mother upstairs would pick up the phone, you would get disconnected. Because she would hear that on her end, she would hear the noise, and she would try to talk, or my brother would pick up the phone upstairs. Because I was in the basement. My brother would be upstairs, he'd pick up the phone, and then I finally decided to get my own phone line. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get my own phone line. And that's what I did. I got my own phone line. And I used to host a website through dial-up. I dialed up the same internet, free internet. I dialed up on that phone line and I leave it on, connected, and people would just connect to that server and download files. And of course, I took it down. I said, this is silly. I still got CDs up there from the 90s, like text files. I used to share a lot of stuff. I used to share viruses, virus files and all that. I have a CD full of CDs full of that stuff. I'll be right back. I'll show you. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can find one. I'm gonna find one for you right now. Oh man, where those CDs at? Oh, they're right here, right here, right here. Oh my God, they're right here. What's the other one? I can't find the other one. Come on, man, you kidding me? Where is the other one? All right, here we go. There you go. I have them right here. Jim's ready check. I remember it said that it would take 10 minutes to get online. Yeah. So here goes. This is the first one. The Hacker Chronicles. So I used to, of course, they got the warning in the back. They got the warning in the back. See, they tell you, be careful because you could get in trouble if you use some of this stuff, because they have a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to talk about some of it I cannot talk about anymore because they will shut down your site. They will shut down the stream. But there's a lot of information here. Of course, some of it is considered. I don't know if you ever heard of the Anarchist Cookbook. Anybody familiar with the Anarchist Cookbook? That's in here. They didn't put it that way. This has a lot of information. Of course, this is outdated stuff now. This is from the 90s. This was made in 19. Let me see what year. Oh my God, where's the year at? As a matter, look at the requirements on it. You needed to run DOS. Okay, come on, zoom in, bro. There you go. Look at that. That's 3.0 or higher. Color graphics, CD-ROM drive, Sound Blaster card. Okay, this is the a tour of the Computer Underground, Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1, but this is and of course you open it up. Of course, it's falling apart now, the thing. This is the actual CD. With the fingerprints. And this is how you execute it. Go to the scene prompt, change the drive to, in this case, it was the D drive, type go, and it will launch the CD. And it's DOS, has an interface. Then, Windows 95 version. Hacker Chronicles for Windows 95. 32-bit hacking tools, 1997. Oh my God, come on, focus, man. Oh my God. Okay, here we go, see? So of course, you got the biohazard looking thing. And this one, of course, you can see all the titles. I don't know if you ever heard of phone freaking, phone freak with a PH. So you got hacking, you got freaking, anarchy, of course, Viry, yeah, virus, and yeah, Viry, and cracking, software cracking, password cracking. I spent many hours reading some of this stuff. I tried a lot of these tools. I used to try one called John the Ripper. It's cracking passwords. You can crack like somebody's. Okay, again, I'm gonna try to keep it. But anyway, I there's websites on that stuff. You ever heard of Hack 5? Hack 5 is a podcast. They covered all this stuff. All this stuff. So that's why I secured my server, because I learned from all this stuff. Yeah, there's other stuff here that I can't talk about because they'll shut down my live stream. I don't want to get into that because that's getting into the what do you say? I just don't want to cover it. I'm not gonna cover that. But I'll read some of it. I could read some of them. I don't know if you know anybody familiar with IRC? IRC, they got scripts. They got scripts for that IRC stuff. You ever heard of egg drop? IRC. They got keyloggers. If you want to, it's a keylogger. There's a lot of tools in here. There's a lot of books in here too, how-to stuff. Some of it, of course, I'm not going to talk about it here because that's in the realm of legalese. I'm not, but if you go on eBay, you can probably still find these CDs. Of course, they got new ones up to date, 2000, whatever. But this is 1997. Right, Windows 95. You need Windows 95 to run this one. And then this one, you need a DOS. This one you have to run in DOS. So DOS box. I run this one in DOS box. I can still run it. And they have a lot of stuff on this. They have like, it's a lot of information. When I read, this is the one I read the most. I I spend many hours reading all this stuff. Some of this stuff is conspiracy stuff that it's kind of like what you hear now on the radio, the Alex Jones stuff. This text, all this is text files from way back ago. Some of this stuff, it's some of it is off the wall stuff. It's off the wall papers, because they could get you in trouble. If you're not careful, if you're a knucklehead. So that's why the whole file sharing thing. After a while, I stopped because I people around me were getting, this guy got shut down. This guy got shut down, and they went after him, and that was it. So, and a lot of the files were from these CDs, and of course software. People want to for example, Photoshop, whatever version. I don't know what was the version back then. Version 3, version 4, whatever it was. They wanted to work your serial number for that. So you will have a whole bunch of working serial number. You try one serial number, try another one, until you unlocked it, and that was it. That's what people did. People did. Of course, that stuff is obsolete now. You don't. Now you have all this other stuff. But there you go. Hacker Chronicles. And I have a couple of other ones, but those are the ones that really when I was hosting my own websites. And I have books too. I have books on that stuff. Yeah, I read some of that security stuff. That's what they tell you. When you make a password, you have to make a password when you make a password, you gotta combine uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Use symbols. Don't pick a dictionary word because they have tools here. These are obsolete, but there's tools that people run, and it's called a dictionary. It has a dictionary file. It has common stuff. Like some people put, my username is admin, so my password is going to be admin. No, don't do that. Those are the first ones that get cracked. Username, password. Like your username is username, your password is password. Like don't do that. Or they pick names as their username, and those are the ones that get cracked because they run software that can go. It checks all those, and the longer the better. When you make a password, make a long password. Don't make it like 6 characters. In fact, a lot of sites want you to do it 8 characters or more now, or 8 characters or more at least, and you got to have a symbol, uppercase and lowercase letter, and number. You got to have all of those on now, because I'm telling you, there's tools in these things that will, if you wanna, you can. I don't do that, but okay, I'm not gonna say that I never did that. Let's just say that I knew somebody that, and basically we got into his server. But the guy was a real, a-hole. So he deserved it. So we just trashed his server. That's what we did. And then we left. But anyway, tools like this is what they use. So use stuff like not here, not this one, but I'm saying there's tools that they use for that stuff. And it happens every when you look at your router, just look at the log file in your router. And you see a lot of pinging on your router. There's constantly people pinging the router. It's an automatic software that does all that, trying to get into people's Wi-Fi and try to take their Wi-Fi. And not only taking their Wi-Fi, then they go into your network. And it happens. It happens more often than what you think. It happens a lot. That's why I tell people pick up a good password. There's a website where it just makes a random password and makes a long one for you. And it rates it. It tells you strong, strongest. Don't pick a weak password because you're asking for it. You're going to get hacked. Always pick a strong password and save it. Also, write it down on a book if you have to. Long password. So that way, in case your computer ever crashes, pen and paper is always good. You could do the same thing with when you get into crypto. The same thing. Your key that there's a key and there's a seed phrase. You have to write that down on paper. Don't just leave it on the computer because if you lose that seed, your money's gone. You can never get your money back, your crypto. And you have to write that stuff down, put it in a safe place, put it in a safe. You have to do these things. Security is, yeah. I hosted many websites, many servers, and I'm telling you, security. I never, and knock on wood, I never got hacked. Never got. My servers never got hacked. I never gave anybody a reason to go after my server anyway, but nobody ever went, nothing. I used to update it all the time, and my passwords are very secure. And I block certain ports that you're not using. I block them. I just block them on the server. Block them. Block. They're not in use. Block it. So you give nobody any possibility of them going backdoor into your server. Yeah. So you got mail. Yeah, T-Mobile has good deals for actually even internet now. Oh, that's another thing. If anybody, any internet service provider, most of them now, if you're on a fixed budget, like a fixed income, like if you're collecting disability or something, there's a website. I'm gonna look for it because I want to see if I can help one person here save money on the internet. I'm gonna do it right now. Let me see what it's called. I think it's ACP program. I think that's what it's called. Every internet service provider has this, but they don't tell you. They don't tell you about this, but I'm going to show it to you right now. Copy. Let me go over here, and I'm going to paste it. Let me see if it works. Okay. So here goes the link. Is the FCC Affordable Connectivity Program. This is one of them. What happens is when you sign up for your internet, if you're on Medicaid, Medicare, if you're Medicare, you're on a fixed income like Social Security, even if it's SNAP or something like that, you sign up with them. They're gonna give you a voucher code. Your ISP, you got to take that to your ISP. Most of them are there. Most of them qualify. You get a discount on your internet. It could be as much as $30 off your internet bill every month, I believe. And they also, you ever heard of what is the one the wireless plan? They have a few of them. Anyway, you can even get free wireless plans, free phone. And they have that too. And a lot of them use T-Mobile now. Like Assurance Wireless, is it called Assurance? They use T-Mobile as a carrier. They use T-Mobile. So, if you don't use your phone a lot, you're not using a lot of minutes, or a lot of data, you can just get it for free. Of course, you got to pick their phones. I believe some now you can even use your own phone now. But the internet service too, you can get a discount on your internet service when using something like this. I have not done it because I'm not on a fixed income or anything like that. But if I was, I would do that. There was a time when I lived in the Bronx that I was on a fixed income for a few months. Actually, about a year. Yeah, about a year. And I got my Verizon bill lowered. My dial-up was lower. It was like 50% off. For about a year, it was 50% off. And because there's, every ISP has this. I mean, you mentioned discount for seniors, and you don't have to be a senior. Discount for that too, for your internet. Like if I was on a fixed income, I could get my fiber lower. But right now I'm paying $60 a month. It's pretty good. That's a good price. Of course, it's locked in for 2 years. And then after that, it's gonna go up. But by then, I'll probably just renegotiate and either get a faster by then, or something. 2 years is a long time, for you could just, yeah, coverage and availability. Okay, Bobby. You need to check a dollar pirate. Yeah, yeah. How about dollar pizza service? I don't know if they had that, but autism radio and more to hang out. Okay, I gotta say it was on. I was gonna go autism radios. Okay, is there such thing as pirate calls? There was. Um, Back then, when you had regular, remember? I don't know, payphones. So payphones. Oh, you can see it. Come on, just focus, bro. Oh my god, I hate this focus thing on this camera. Anyway, you can read that, right? It says freaking. Phone freaking. They will use a box. The original one was Captain Crunch whistle. It was a whistle that came inside a Captain Crunch box, and they will blow that whistle. There's a certain frequency that the phone, old pay phones, would listen to, and instead of you putting money in there, it would play that tone that would give you a free call. Instead of you putting a quarter in or whatever it was back then, I don't know if it was a 10 cents, whatever it was back then. And you putting dimes in, it would just, you would hit click, and that means that it was, you got credit. So you got a couple of minutes on it, a few minutes. So that whistle will unlock that. And some people use a tape recorder that will record a certain sound, a certain frequency, and they will play it on the phone and will unlock the phone, and you could talk. People were doing that because they were calling overseas to their family. So they had some guy in the corner. Oh, you want to talk to your family in Dominican Republic? You could do it right here. Just give me a few bucks, and you could talk all you want for about half an hour. And they will do that. So yeah, it is a pirate call. Yeah, they will do stuff like that. Hello, Elmer Time. How's it going? What's up, Elmer Time? Inductive phone line tapping used to be done back in World War II. Easy to do. Being inductive, people on the phone won't hear connection to their phone line. Yeah. If you remember there's a movie called War Games. Is it War Games? Where the guy took I think he had a little tape recorder, he would play it, and he would unlock the phone and he would talk. He didn't need money. He would just boo, 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 and then talk. Of course, that stuff is no longer, and everything is digital now. Plus, it's not that. That's what the old pay phones. Now, I don't even see a pay phone out here in the street anymore. Now, last time I went to New York City in Manhattan, I didn't even see a pay phone. All the pay phones are gone. Coins and yeah. And so Elmer Time says, doing great here, feeling confident. My roof repairs not held through two nasty storms, one ice windstorm, and the other torrential rain and wind. Oh, cool. James Radio Check says, how about Brother Steph for password? No, any word is not recommended for passwords. Any type of, because they call that dictionary word. Any word that could be, that's a word. Any word, dictionary word. Because when they do those type of attacks, they have a file. It's called a dictionary file, and they compare those words. So those are the first ones. Those are the first ones that get hacked. The people that got the regular name password, whatever, some your name or something. Like you have to make long passwords, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, symbols, like the pound sign, the @ sign. Use symbols too. Those are harder to crack. And the longer, the better. The more characters, the longer. 12 characters, you know, whatever. Not 6 characters. That's not going to be enough. You're going to get, because it's just going to go to the next one. It's going to say, okay, this one is, what it does, it goes to the first 2 or 3. And if it says that, if it don't crack it by the first 6, it gives up. It says, okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Because you have to tell the program how many characters deep you want to go and try to crack somebody. I'm giving you a little lesson here. Take notice. So they give up after usually like 6 or 8 characters. So if you have a password that's 14 characters long, you're less likely not gonna be hacked, because they're not gonna go after those long strings. The longer the string, the better for you. Those programs will not be able to. They're gonna, because you set parameters before you run something like that, and usually they don't. But there's some people that do a password with 6 characters, or whatever, and username Danny, password Danny. No, that's gonna get hacked in 2 seconds, because they're gonna say Danny. Okay, you're in his account. I would never do a password like that. Of course, you shouldn't. It should be very long and different characters and all that. Something that you're not gonna be able to remember, but you're gonna have to write it down and save it. Yeah, I know a lot of people use just a word password. Yeah, that's not recommended. Not recommended. Yeah, it's not recommended you do that. So I've been on for 1 hour and 12 minutes now. 10 people watching. Thank you. And 9 likes. Thank you. So that's good that you got something. Yeah. You feel, it's great when you fix something yourself, and it feels great. That's what I have to do. I have to start fixing stuff around the house now, because I can't blame her. I've been slacking, so I have to get busy. We got a back door. Our rear door in the back of the house has to be installed. Doors in the garage, brand new doors in the garage. So I'm gonna see if I could try to install the door myself, or we're gonna have to pay somebody to put that back door. Cause we get a lot of draft from the back door. That door's old. That door's been there for a long time, maybe 30 years, 30, 40 years before we moved in here. Yeah, brother scare. Yeah, Elmer time. Storms here in the Columbia River Gorge are famous for being deadly. Winds do exceed 80 miles per hour in parts of the. Wow. Yeah, last night Shortwave was good because I have the Hammerland in the boiler room. I was listening to it last night. I hooked up the Hammerland to the MFJ. I yeah, I knew you was gonna. I threw a softball at you, Elmer. I threw a softball. I hate having a drafty back door. Man, I threw a softball at you and you just hit it right back to me. Bow! I underhanded that when I went. Here you go, Elmer. You went a home run. There you go, drafty back door. Yeah, I hate a drafty back door. Oh my god, I'm so red like a tomato now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I hate a drafty back door too. Oh my god. I just gave you a softball and you freaking hit it over out of the ballpark. I had a feeling when I said that. I said, "Oh my god, somebody's gonna." Yeah, you got a drafty back door there. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, now I need some water. Oh my god. Hopefully I don't choke on the water now. That'll be even funnier. I choke. Oh my God. No, I don't want to be funny for me, but it'd be funny for you guys if I'm choking on the water. Oh. Yeah, Jim. So last night, shortwave signal was very strong. Yeah. So the Hammerlin in the boiler room, I fired it up. At first, I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot how to, set it up." And stupid me, I forgot to turn on the switch on the MFJ loop. The bias C, I had it on off. And I'm like, "Why am I not getting any signals?" And then I looked at, oh no, I didn't have it plugged in. I had the plug in for the speaker, but I didn't plug in my MFJ, the wall wart, the plug. The plug. Yeah, this one. I didn't have the plug on the bias C plugged in. And I'm like, why not getting a signal? And I saw the plug. I said, oh my God, no wonder. As soon as I plugged it in, the signals, boom, came in. And yeah, so the Hamilton is a lot better than the Zenith. I'm sorry. By a mile. I was picking up a lot of signals. I was like, so I'm going to do band scans on it, and I'm going to start recording them. So I set it up last night. I was setting it up. I put the Zenith over here. You can see the black box right there. That's a Zenith closed up. So the Hamilton is over there now. And man, it was strong. Everything was coming in good. Elmer time, I was working on my next show production last night. Okay. Yeah, and by the way, you went over 100 subscribers. I saw that. Let me check. You went over 100. 100 subscribers. I think last time I checked, you was at 10. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Yeah. Oh, nigga, my thumbnails of me clapping. Oh my God, they just used my thumbnail, the one that I just clapped. 106. So that's a milestone for Elmer. He went over the 100 mark. And now we gotta go for 200. And if I go to videos, the most popular now that's your most popular video now, Elmer. Your last video is your most popular video now, which I said it was gonna happen. Yeah. So here you go. 2 weeks ago, 100. So you did that one 2 weeks ago, got 112 views now. And you gained subscribers on that one because that video alone, I know when you started you was in the 80s. So that video alone got you over 20 something subscribers. That video. So congrats. Nice job. So you're almost over the 100 mark now. Cool. All right. So you're working on the next one. That's cool. Elmer time. Yes, I'm on a special cable internet program for disabled folks. My monthly plan is next. Yeah. Okay. So you have that. Yeah. Congratulations, Elmer. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw that last night. I saw you went over 100. I was on a railroad. It was a railroad channel. They were doing a live stream, and I was, but I was on my railroad account. I was on my Danny fan rail, and I was like, let me go check out Elmer because when I checked, he was at 90, 99, and then I saw you went over the 100, and I was like, oh my God, cool. So I said, I'm gonna first day when as soon as I'm gonna talk about it today. So he's at 106. So anybody want to subscribe to Elmer, put your link up. You can put your link up. And we want to get you to 200. Next milestone, 200. And Jim's Radio Check said, I have 3 phones. I have 3 phones on my plan, all 5G, unlimited data, unlimited calling, and I pay 115. Yeah, so my wife and I, we have unlimited everything. And it's, we have both. We have the plan. It's just me and her. And one day it's going to be my son. We're going to have 3 people, 3 phones. Right now it's just me and her. And a few more years, it's going to be my son. He'll have his phone. He basically has a phone now, but it's just not only Wi-Fi. Yeah, I heard a lot of people just use the word password. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I hate having a drafty tour. All right. And I have a drafty front door. Okay. Elmer time. I have some extra foam weather stripping. If you like to seal your off your cracks, I have all that, but that door is rusty at the bottom. It's a mess. That door's gonna fall apart already, and that door's gonna go. It's gonna. And I think we're waiting for the weather to be more stable, and then we'll change that one. Yeah. Oh my god. So Jim's radio check said it was so quiet around 3,900 last night you could hear mouse fart. Okay. And congratulations, Elmer. And what is the name of that YouTube channel you were talking about? Elmer, can you put out a link for it? Yes, I could. Yeah, okay. So there you go, Elmer. Okay, so yeah, Jim wanted to. Okay, so there you go. Elmer got his link up, and 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 thank you for because you know you. I'm very happy you got over the 100 mark, and that's what I'm talking about. It's a community right here. People come into the chat. You can post your link up, Jim. You can post your link up. Keegan can post the link up. You know, I know Jim is at a 500 and where Jim. Let me see where you at, Jim. Let me see what Jim's radio check is at 524. Okay, you 524. And Keegan is at 250. I think he was at 253, right, Keegan? Or 255? Where you was at? Let me see. Keegan. What's Keegan? Keegan DX, 253. Okay. Yeah, getting there. 47 away from 300. So now you're on the other side of 50. So 47 away from the 300 plateau for Keegan. So now you're on the other side of 50. Now the countdown is beginning. You're gonna hit 300. I keep posting stuff like that. You see, he posts that FMDX. You got a shortwave one you posted 2 weeks ago, and so on. Yes, Sanjay. What's up, Sanjay? Oh, you want to come here? You want to open it? There you go. Don't eat the whole bag. All right. You want juice? I'll be right back. Let me go get some juice. Get the juice. Actually, let me put it in the bowl. I'll put it in the bowl. That way, I don't want my mother to say that. Let me put it in the bowl here. Here's the bowl. All right. All right. All right, there you go. My son wanted me to open a popcorn bag, and so I said, let me get him a juice too. Little Capri Sun juices, fruit punch. Excuse me. So I just ate popcorn. Okay, now I need to drink some water. Oh, that popcorn is good. That's sweet and salty. It's sweet and salty popcorn. Wow. So Keegan's at 253. I just went over the 100 mark. Pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah. I'm catching my breath. I'm trying. I need to lose weight, man. I'm like, just went up the. I just went up the steps. I just went up the steps, came down the steps, and I'm like, oh my God, Danny. Wow. I got an exercise bike right there, and I haven't sat on that thing in years. I need to get on that bike again. Oh my God. Popcorn. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so anybody here? So you got 106. You can say, and it go, and so it goes. Yep. Everybody's up to each other here. Cool. And Elmer Time says, I tried to cruise Dwight, YouTube last at night. Hack the radio style channel to sub to. That way others can go to mine. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw one of your comments. It was a ham, another ham. Another ham was 'cause you got how many comments you got now in that video? I know you got it was let me see. Okay. Oh, Radio Rat. Okay, it was Radio Rat. Okay. Yeah, but that's good. So you got a video, you got a good mix of comments. You got 10 likes. Right? 10 likes. Oh, hey. You got double digit likes now. And yeah, that's good. So you're on your way, you see? I see you put tags on your because I have two. I don't have I'm not paying for it, but I use TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a plugin. It helps. Like it gives you like suggestions. So I see you got tags. You got 100 SEO score on yours. That's good. So you're doing all the right things. You got a nice long description. You got a good description. You got a good. It's a good title. You got a title on it. That's what I was telling the other kid the other day. You need to put a title, and also you have it also in the description because you need a title, and you should repeat the title in the description, and then add more to the description. So yeah, you're on your way, but you're doing it right. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. When I look at you, I look at the video and I see it's called the video lytics. It's like analytics, but it's from TubeBuddy. And that's another thing, you guys. I would try TubeBuddy. I'm not paying for mine. I just have it. It's a Chrome extension. You link it to your YouTube, and TubeBuddy tells you things. It gives you suggestions. I've been using TubeBuddy. That's what I use. No, yeah, I don't. He hasn't showed up here. But anyway, I don't want to get into that because I went to his page, and he's a kid. He's a young kid, and he's like really young. Maybe I don't know, but so far. But the thing is that he's a young kid. He's a young kid. I don't want to, I if he comes on, all I'm gonna tell him is don't subscribe to me. My thing is anybody's welcome to the chat. You can post questions. You can talk to anybody in there. You can post, but don't come in the chat asking for subscribers. Like contribute to the conversation. Understand? That's why I do that when I go to every chat. I contribute to the conversation of the chat. I don't go to other people's chat room just to ask for subs. I don't do that. First of all, that's rude. Okay, that's rude because that's that person's live stream. That's rude. But also, unless he tells you it's okay to do it, but like with you guys, I tell you guys can put up because I'm trying to help you guys, and you guys, you guys are my biggest supporters. So that's why, and you guys are moderators. You guys are the biggest supporters of this channel by just being here. Nothing else, just by being in my live streams. So, but that kid comes, he comes in here. He told me to look at his site. I look at his page. Okay, I looked at his channel, and I was like, okay. But then I didn't look at the whole channel. I looked at some of it. But the other night, I looked at his whole channel, and I said, yeah, this is a kid. He's a kid. He got to be like, I'm gonna say because he had like I don't want to say what he had. I don't want to talk about. But he's a kid. He's a kid. He's a little kid. So I was like, and I know my son, like my son. My son is 8 years old. I don't know how old he was. I don't know if he was, I don't know if he's 12 or whatever he is. And I don't want to, and he was right about one thing. I need to watch my mouth. I'm trying to watch my mouth. So I'll give him that, you know. But I make it clear that this live stream is not for kids. It's nothing explicit about it. It's just sometimes it's language. And I don't want, because my channel is not geared to, not my stream especially is not geared to kids. I put it on the before I even go live or upload a video, it's already highlighted, not for kids. So I don't show up on the kids searches. There's a YouTube Kids. I don't show up on that. None of my videos show up on that search at all. Because I make it clear it's not for kids. That's it. So when I went to his channel after that stream, I saw that when I went to old, some of his videos, he's a kid. He's a little kid. And I felt a little, I don't want to say I felt bad because he's trying to get subscribers, but he needs to understand, and I'm trying to explain to him because I don't know. That's another thing I don't want to talk about because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want people to think that I'm insensitive. I'm not insensitive. I don't know if the kid has some issue, like I don't know, autism or something. Because I know Jill's has somebody in his channel that likes to post a lot, and he's always posting the same thing over and over. And the first time I saw that, I gave him a timeout, and Bobby had told me right away, you don't do that because he's autistic or whatever. I don't know, something like that. I know Bobby was the first one to point it out to me, and I didn't know because remember I was gone for a few months. I didn't know, so I time out that person. And everybody told me, well, lately they've been time out him. A couple people time him out a couple of times. But I was the first one to time out him when I came back. And people were like, no, you shouldn't time out him because, and I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know. I didn't know that he was autistic or something. So I left him alone now. I leave him alone. I left him alone. And I see that he posts a lot. He posts a lot. He's always praising, and that's fine. That's like I said, and that's his stream. But I don't want that to be here. I don't want that to be here. I'm, and that's another thing. I'm very sensitive when it comes to that. I don't want, but I'm also got to think about the overall. How should I say? The overall health of the group. I don't want to have kids in here. Yeah. I don't want to have kids in here when this is not really a PG chat. I could say I try sometimes. I have one chat or two chats that I did not say one bad word. That was one, and I obliterate. And New Year's Day, I obliterated that. New Year's Day, everybody told me that's one of the funniest New Year. I look back on it, I'm saying, my God, Danny, you really, because it's not scripted. This is not scripted. I come on here and we talk, and sometimes I'll say things and I'll say it a certain way, and I shouldn't say that. And my son is 8, and he understands me. He understands that sometimes because he hears me. And my wife and I, we talk to him like that. We talk to him like as an adult in a way. We tell him, because in school he knows. Mama sometimes say bad words. Papa says bad words too. You're not allowed to do that in school. If you're in school or especially in school, do not curse. Do not curse. He cusses sometimes upstairs. He cusses. He does, And I look, I say, Sanjay, but then I should have said that because who am I? I do the same thing. But he knows the difference between acting a certain way, and in school he doesn't act that way. He doesn't act that way, and he's a good kid. But again, I keep it real with him. I keep it real with my son. I keep it real with him. But and it's hard. It's hard because sometimes I can stub a toe. I don't know if you ever saw that. There was a SpongeBob episode where the guy stubs his toe. I think it was Mr. Crab, and he's cursing like a sailor, like a drunken sailor. He hears no. They play that like the censor, but in SpongeBob, and SpongeBob was like this, Mr. Krabs. Oh, it's funny. So we saw that episode with my son. I saw that episode, and my son is just cracking up, and he says, "That's you, Papa." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry." Yeah, because I'm not gonna condition my son to be sensitive like that. Like they get offended at everything. No, that's another thing. If you give words power, then they hurt you. I've been called names. And playing sports, you get called all types of names. When you play sports, you people heckle you. People, your opposition, they heckle you. They'll say your mama. This for this, playing basketball in the street. Oh yeah, for your mama. And derogatory stuff. And I go right back at them. I mean, don't get to the point where sometimes it gets to the point where it gets heated. I grew up like that. I grew up that what, you give words a meaning. If you take it personal, everything people tell you, you'll go crazy. You go crazy if you take everything personal, what people tell you. Of course, that prepared me for when I went to boot camp, when I went to the Air Force. When I went in the Air Force, my drill sergeant, as soon as the bus pulled over, the bus pulled into the Air Force base, the drill sergeant came on the bus, and he said, whatever, and you got to run out that bus. And if you're the last one to get off the bus, or you're the first one, you got to be in the middle. Don't be the first guy to get off the bus because then you're the smart ass. But don't be the last one on the bus either. Those two got the worst of it. So I always try to be in the middle. And that's what everything came out of his mouth was blah, 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 you blah, blah. And but that's his job. That's the drill instructor's job, is to break you down, because he's merciless on you. Merciless, I guess, right? Merciless. Yeah. So, and he's right. He's trying to teach you to be a man, to don't let words hurt you. Don't be sensitive about that stuff. And that's a problem. We have a society that they get hurt with labels. Oh my God. I was at the railroad live stream last night, and the train, and the term master and slave, like in computer hardware, master is the boot hard drive, and the slave is the secondary hard drive or the secondary device, like a master CD-ROM, master hard drive. So in railroad, they have a master train and a slave train, right? So I wrote, the PC police will be going crazy over this terminology because they're trying to eliminate that, because it's master slave. Oh, they want to ban that terminology because of the slavery thing. So they want to ban those things because it was a word. Okay, people, calm down. That's what happened with Gone with the Wind. You cannot see Gone with the Wind anywhere on network TV now. They banned Gone with the Wind because it was a history about, part of it, unfortunately, was slavery. I'm sorry. It was a part of the history back then. So words. I'm trying to teach my son that don't let words get to you. You know, if anything, you know what? Create a good comeback and hit them with that. Because words can hurt people, but if you allow it, and that's what happened. So I really try sometimes, but sometimes I just, I'm being me. I'm sorry, and I know that some people rubs the wrong way. I'm pretty sure I would have got more subscribers if it was a lot, if it was more. But this is the way I wanted to do my live stream. I just want to be me. I just want to be me, and you know, if you knew me from outside, in real life, I'm this is who I am. This is who I am, and some people don't like it. Some people don't like it. I'm one of those people that either you like me or you don't like me at all. That's it. We have people like that in life. Some people you really like or you don't like them. That's it. You might think of whatever. I don't know, and that's fine. All right, Bobby. Yeah. So yeah. So let me go back up. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that guy, that he was a kid. He was a kid, and when we timed him out, a part of me felt bad, but he's welcome here. I haven't banned him. He's not banned, but he cannot come in here just asking for subs. If you're not going to contribute to the chat in terms of asking a question, again, there's no stupid question, but contribute to the chat. Say hello to people. Say hello back or whatever. Don't ask people to subscribe to you. Over time, people see you in the chat. They're gonna want to go see out. They're gonna check out your channel. Build your channel. Things like that. Don't ask me to give you what should I rename the channel to. No, don't ask me for all that. I don't have time. First of all, I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. I don't got time to be helping somebody fix their channel. I'll give you a few tips and that's it. And then you know what? I'm not gonna spend the whole chat talking about that kid. And that's what happened. Then he started again. He posted it. Subscribe to me. Subscribe me. And I said, okay, this guy. And if he comes on and he does that now, he's gonna get. That's it. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to somebody. For just try. He's trying. He's a kid. He doesn't understand. But YouTube is not. My son knows that. My son, there was a point. There was one time where he has channel. He has a channel, but it's not something like he just it's really my wife kind of managing that little channel of his, and it's for family stuff that they can see him there. But he's I think he wants to do a channel, and when he's ready, I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him out with that. I think he wants to do a gaming channel, like a gaming channel. He has his own computer upstairs. He has a computer upstairs in the living room. He has one in the living room, his computer. His own computer. And right now he just does other stuff. He just watches videos and stuff like that. But that young boy was a kid. He's a young kid. I don't know how old is he. He looks like maybe I'm gonna say maybe 11 or 12. Maybe. Or I think he's maybe 12. And YouTube kids, I think is geared to. I think you have to be 13 and under. So I don't know if he's because you can circumvent anything. But I don't want, I'm gonna make it clear. I really don't want that here. I don't want children to be in here. Unless they're a level-headed kid and they, and they know they're into the radio hobby. I got itch in my ear now. I don't mind that. But like in his case, he just comes here. Oh, can I have a sub? And I want to please subscribe. Please subscribe. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, Jim. He was here on my last stream, and he was here on New Year's toward the end of the stream, he came on. I guess he found my channel through the search or something. But I told him you need to just follow, just watch people follow. That's how we all learn. I learned like that. I have this account for it. This account is old. It's about 14 years old. What is it? 2006. So do the math. No more than that. Oh, let me see. 2016. That's 10. Oh my God, this account is old. I'll tell you right now when my account was created. I have to go to my crypto channel for that. I have to go to my crypto channel because that's the one that started this account, this YouTube account. So it's this one. Channels. I see Danny Retro Gaming. I got a couple of signups there. Danny Finance. Okay, that's the one. So that one was about. So I started in 2006. And with that account. But it wasn't called that. It was just Danny, my name. And I had a couple of videos there. And I never, but I never until I got back into the hobby. Then I started coming back to YouTube a lot. Then I went to Jill's chat. And right away I saw it. I saw you don't do that. You don't do stuff like that. I've been in when Jill's was doing the Google Hangout from the kitchen, that's where I was at. And I never went in there, oh, can people subscribe to my channel? No. I just participated in the chat. And that's it. And he finally recognized. He said, oh, okay, Danny's an active guy. And then he saw that I had a channel, and then he mentioned me. And that's what people saw. People found my channel. I never posted, can you please come to my channel? I never did that. And that's what I'm trying to tell the kid. Like, don't do that. Don't come in here just asking. Just participate in the chat. Over time, people are going to see that. And if you post regular content, people are going to see your channel. Hello, Davis Radio Room. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Daniel Mark LeBlanc, hello. And thank you for stopping by here. And let me go back up here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. He might have showed. I don't know. And like I said, I'm sensitive to that. Maybe he's autistic. I don't know. But again, I don't want it to get to that point because I know in his chat he has a couple of that guy posts a lot on his chat, and I didn't know at the time. I gave him a timeout. I didn't know, so now I know better. I leave him alone. But I don't want it to be like that here. I don't want a kid, a child, or whatever to No, I don't want that. I can't have that. I'm not gonna have that here. Yeah. So he hasn't showed up here yet, and I hope he just watches and maybe that's it. Don't be in the chat if you're not gonna be able to contribute to the conversation. Because I only want people to contribute to the conversation. If you can't contribute to the conversation, you should not be in the chat asking for subs. Because this channel is not about that. This stream is not about that. You're not gonna go to a stream and say, just sub to my channel. That's it. It don't work that way. There's a certain etiquette you have to you do. And every I just started a Facebook group. I believe I have now 8 people. Can I easily go into another Facebook group and post mine? That's rude. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that. People are gonna. I'll post it here. It's on my about page. The links. You can go there. My Facebook group is there. You can join. And that's why I posted this stream today on my Facebook group. Those are the first people that saw it was my Facebook group. It's a private group. I'm not gonna go to another Facebook group and post this stream link because I know better. That's his group. I'm gonna respect his group. That's his group. I'm not gonna promote my stuff in his group. That's the way it should be. Unless he tells me otherwise, if I'm welcome to post stuff there, that's fine. But me personally, I rather, I needed to do my own Facebook group anyway. So, because I don't want it to be like that, like too many people. Because that's why I don't post this on Twitter. I don't want to. I should have said I don't want it, but I don't really doesn't bother me if I don't get 100 people watching or even 20 people watching. I got 9 people watching. I'm good. If more people watch, the better. But I'm not gonna promote stuff or have too many people here that are not gonna contribute to the chat. You know, because I know he was. I saw some of you. I could imagine some of you were getting probably irritated with the um. And then he, of course, he said, he blew my Android. He said F Android, and he got the boot. He got timeout because but he's a kid. I saw his thing. He's a young kid. So I didn't. It wasn't mad at him or anything. It's not like that. But I prefer that if he comes on here, conduct accordingly. Don't come here asking for subs or anybody for that matter. Any person that's not, especially if you're not an admin, if you're not a moderator, don't come in here asking for the moderators that have been here long enough. They know, and I told them you can exchange each other's channel and so on because they earned that right. But a complete person that's new to the channel is gonna come in here. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna go to my channel and run your scroll and put subscribe to my channel, please, and beg. No, sorry. Yeah, I know. Someone has subscribed. Yeah, you're not the only one that subscribed. I wound up unsubscribing too. I didn't subscribe to him. I had to because it's not interesting. It's just some kid playing with a radio, and he's going, But I said, but I was like, I try to give people a chance, but I wish him luck and everything, but don't come here asking for subs. Please don't do that here. This is not the forum for that. If you want to go to a sub channel, you can just type in it in there on your search and you'll find. And I don't recommend those sites because they're not even related to your channel content. Why would I want to have subscribers that are not even interested in my content or anything radio related? So, no. Yeah, I think it's cookie time. Sneak into the kitchen. Okay. Jim's radio check. So Elmer, you unsubscribe to cough. Yeah. No, after I saw his site, I unsubscribed. I said I can't. I said he's a young kid, and I don't want to encourage him to come here and begging for subs. I can't have that. I cannot have that. I don't want that. I don't want. That's not the type of chat members that I don't want. I don't want somebody to come here asking for subs. I don't want that. This is not this stream is not for that. If you can't contribute to the conversation, don't be in the chat. And that's plain and simple. There's plenty of other places you can go to where I don't know, they'll put up with that. Yeah. Jim's radio check. One night I was listening to 3913 and some kid, 12-year-old, checked in that just got his ham. I said, yeah. Yeah. I don't see, like, I wouldn't want to encourage that. I'm sorry. I know people say, oh my God, this is no. My son, he's 8 years old. He's on the computer, but he knows he watches YouTube, but he knows not to go to participate in any chat or leave comments, which he doesn't. Plus, he has YouTube Kids, so he watches. Obviously the content that's good for him. But of course, on the TV is my account. He sees my thumbnail of the live stream, and I joke with him. I say, "Hey, who's that fat guy there with the?" And he looks at me and says, "Papa," and he just laughs. He shakes his head. He said, "Who's that fat guy live streaming there?" He's a smart kid, though. And like I said, I hope. And like I said with this kid, I wish him luck. Not at my expense, though. Not at the expense of the chat, please. And we all start from somewhere. We all started from somewhere. We all started from somewhere. But there's ways to go about it. You cannot just go into people's chat and ask for subs. It doesn't work that way. You're not gonna be the next Mr. Beast by doing that. And nobody is gonna be. I'm not gonna be the next Mr. Beast. Nobody's gonna be the next. I don't think so, because everybody would have been doing it by now. I don't know. My thing is, just be you and be courteous to others in the chat room. That's why I have a lot of moderators here. They all I see is blue names. You're not gonna come in here and do that. You're gonna get the boot. Yeah. So he just got his ham like he's 12 years old. Wow. Yeah, and then you can applaud that. Yeah, he's a whiz kid. I get it and all that, but there's some stuff that, and me as a parent, I would not be comfortable with that. As a parent, my 12-year-old talking to people on the radio, no, I wouldn't be comfortable. I'm sorry. I'm the old-fashioned protective person comes out of me. I wouldn't allow that. Maybe if he's around 15 or 16, I see it, but not 12. I think 12 is too young to be talking with strange. No. Sorry. Even 12 is too young. But that's just me. I remember one student said the A word in the cafeteria, and another student in the class, I was carved the F word in the chair. Yeah. It happens. And my mother, too. My mother, God rest her soul, my mother would swear. When she was angry, she would swear. But she never, laid her hand on me or anything like that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think she did bop me a couple of times with one time with a loaf of bread. Or she would throw the shoe at me. Of course, it was just a sandal. But like I told my son, don't let words give you power. I mean, give it power. Don't give power to the word. People get called all types of names. Everybody went through that. I went through that. When I was in the Air Force, drill instructor called me every name in the book. Today, that would be considered, racism. I don't know. Anti-Hispanic. I don't know. Anti-this, anti-that. But you can't think about it like that. You let words get to you, then something's wrong with you. You're too sensitive. It's the way we are now. We're dealing with a generation that's too sensitive about every little thing. It's sad. And that's why, too, I don't want to have that here, because I don't want my channel to get in trouble when I have too many kids. I'm sorry. And I have a couple of subscribers, but when they sub to my channel, I didn't do live stream back then. I know they're a lot older now. I think one was 16 when he started when he started his channel. I think he was about 16. So right now he's around 20 something. He's probably around 22 years old now. One of them, but not 12 years old. I'm not trying to get that demographic. I really don't want that demographic. So I'm not shooting for that demographic. If I look at my analytics, most of my demographic is 44 and up. The majority of them are in their 50s and 60s. That is my demographic. With the exception of Keegan, everybody else is in their 40s and above. That is my demographic. That's radio listeners. A lot of it is 40-year-old, 40-year-olds and up. I'm not trying to get the teeny boppers and all that. This is not the channel for that. And people want advice, I'll give them advice, but I really don't want flooding my live stream with that. No. Yeah, so there's no way I would allow 12-year-old to be talking over on the air. No. Especially 3913 or something like that. No. Yeah. Keegan Diaz, I think the one in the ladder incident ended up in the principal walls. That was all in the mid 2000s. Yeah. So Bobby went to the store. Bobby's going to the store. Okay. And Manuel Mark LeBlanc. I'm sorry, behind a little bit. Okay. Last night I was able to purchase a Panasonic RF4800 receiver in mint condition for $35 Canadian. This is a radio fabricated from 1976 through 78. It sounds and works fabulous. I'm a happy camp. Oh, congratulations. And nice. All right. Let me see what that one. Let me see how that one. I'm going to look it up right here. Panasonic RF4800, right? Panasonic. Let me see what that one is. I'm sorry, because I'm not familiar with some of them. 4800. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oh, no, not that picture. Let me just go to Google Images. Okay. Oh, that's a nice radio. Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, okay, it's right here. Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful radio, man. Daniel, wow. 35 Canadian for that radio? Wow, that's a steal. That's a beautiful radio. Wow. I love that radio. Look, it looks like I love the classic. It has a digital, but the analog, but it has a digital. It just tells you the frequency. Oh, that's cool. I love that it has the rack handle type deal. Like the I like the handles. I don't know. I'm a sucker for those handles. I just threw a softball at you. Like the rack mount. I just said I'm a sucker for those handles. So I know what's coming. Elmer, I know what's coming. I just threw a softball at you. So I'm a sucker for those handles. So yeah, Daniel, that's a great radio. Wow. That's a nice radio. Man. That's a nice radio. Wow, look at that. 35. Wow, bro. That's a steal. And in working condition too. And wow. Yeah, that's cool. Elmer time, I remember there was a local kid around about 13 years old that I got her extra class license at age 8. She got on a local VHF. Everybody praise her. Well, that's fine. Local repeater, and they praise her. I mean, it's cool. It's just, but I don't know. I still, I want to, I have to, of course, I hope I hope the boy was supervised. The father was next to him and to hit, I would not unattended. I would not let no, child let him talk over the air because you never know. There's some creeps out there. Let's just put it that way. It's not immune to whatever. Just the same thing with the online thing. David's ready when we just joined. Hello. And Keegan, I'm familiar with 3913. My dad has a hand friend that talks on that frequency. My dad has talked to him. And I would get to say hi because, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool that you share that with your dad. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good catch. That is a great radio. Wow. Okay, my God, I just went all the way down here. I just put the excuse me. So Elmer Time, you're jelly of Daniel, right? It's a nice radio for 35 Canadian. Wow, I like, and when you said 40 hours, like, okay, which one? Oh, it's this one. Okay. That's pretty cool. Wow. That's cool. Nice job, Daniel. That's awesome. Everybody giving a thumbs up on that. Yep. Yeah, Daniel Mark LeBlanc. You don't see those type of receivers come up every day. I saw it online. I contacted the immediately. Yeah, you did the right thing because it would have been gone. It would have been gone. You would have hesitated. It would have been gone. I would have saw it. I would have swapped it. It would have been gone. Yeah. I was like a kid in a candy store. Yep. I created my DXing channel account on August 15, 2014. Giga DX. Okay. Yeah. Was that the YouTube upload? Yeah. Yeah, Jim. That's what we're talking about. The YouTube uploader kid. So I don't know. I when I went to his channel, I saw some videos. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to just describe somebody's channel. But right off the bat, when I saw something, I said, okay, he's a young kid. He has to be like no more than 12 years old. I saw it and I was like, okay, you know what? Hopefully he doesn't come back on. And if he does, I'm gonna talk to him for it. And if he don't listen, then he's gonna get banned. That's it. I can't have that. Because I don't. I see the thing. I don't know. Not only he's a kid, but I don't know if he's autistic. And I don't have anything against that. Of course, I'm not. But but he was a kid. He was a kid. That's one thing I know. He was a kid. I don't. Like I said, I'm. And I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't care about that. Whether you're autistic or not, I think we all have a little bit of. You know. There was a time when one of the teachers had brought it up like a year ago. So no, 2 years ago. No, last year was it? It was last year, early last year that my something wrong with my speech with my child's. He has. She called it something. He should go to the. I said no, I'm not gonna do that to him. Because when you start putting that stuff in the kid's head, they're gonna have to. They're gonna be What do you call it? You're gonna make them conscious of all that stuff. My kid is fine. He talks fine. It's just that some teachers like to reach too much. Or he doesn't like to play with the other kids. That's fine. He's introverted. He's an introverted boy. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why people put these labels on kids. Oh, he doesn't like to play with other kids. He's a loner. Oh my God, he's a loner. I said no, because I was the same way when I was little. When I was his age, I didn't play with any other kids. I didn't care about that. And now I'm doing a live stream later on in life. It takes some people longer than others to overcome certain things. That's it. What do you want me to do? You want me to medicate my kid to be a happy kid and be a happy-go-lucky kid and no, don't do that. So that's what happened. So I don't. So this kid, I don't. Like I said, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to keep harping on him. It's just that he's welcome here as long as you don't flood the chat with please subscribe. That's it. Or anybody. And that's what happened with his chat. The other guy likes to put the same thing over and over 50 times in a row. And it irritates some people. Some people started timing him out. And I was guilty of that. In the beginning, I did that. And then Bobby was the one that told me, don't time him out because Jill's just... I said, okay, well, you know what then? And also in the group, it's like that too. Somebody posted a whole bunch of that's why I can't be in that place anymore. I can't. That's one of the groups I can't be in anymore. You know what? You post a reception report. I'm gonna mention one. I'm not gonna say his name. There's one person posted a reception report, but no video, no. He just posted a reception report. Okay. Then he proceeded to post 8 more of different stuff, perception, and the same group, and all at the same time. Like no, you don't do that because you're flooding the group with your post only. Post once, wait a while, and post again. That's it. And then you know what? Don't wait for the you don't have to post every single station that you was listening to that night. That's what the guy did in that group. And and nobody said, yo, can you slow down? No moderator went in there said, can you slow down? Can you stop doing that? Yeah, and I'm not a mod, but it irritates me because when I post sometimes one thing and it gets scrutinized. But this guy posts like eight in a row. Bing, 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 bing. I heard Radio Algeria right here. I heard this one, but no video, no. He just posts the text. I heard, okay, we get it. You're listening to Shortwave. You listen to what everybody's listening to. Do you have to flood the group with all that stuff? That's why I don't want people like that in my group. So, and that's what happened. And the same thing happened with the chat. This one guy keeps posting the same, and it's driving some people crazy. And I just like I said, somebody put me out there not to block, not to time him out. I don't time him out. No. But he's not gonna come in here and do that. Not here. You'll get a warning, maybe, or you're gonna get time out. That's it. And then after that, you're gonna either slow down or you're not gonna be part of the chat. So, yeah. So you're jelly of Daniel, Elmer. I say jelly. Wow, I'm trying to be all hip. You're jealous. No, but that's a great price for that radio. If you go on eBay, I mean, go on eBay, see how much would that cost? How much can you? Not that I will buy it. I think got to be a real good price. But that radio on eBay is probably, if they're even selling it. Let me see if somebody's even selling it. Panasonic. That is, man, 35 Canadian. Wow, man, that's a steal. So somebody's selling that radio for $221.79 right now. $97 shipping in Canada, from Canada, that radio. And that's the only listing. That's it. Only one radio, only that radio is being sold. Only one. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Only so one radio. Somebody selling that radio right now. Only one person is selling that radio on eBay. $221.79. $97.54 shipping. So we're talking about, do the math. 300. So over $320. $318 total. For that radio, you just paid 35 Canadian. Wow, that's a steal. Yeah. It's a nice looking radio. That's a nice radio. It's a nice. Yep. It's like a kid in a candy store. I don't blame you. So yeah, Jim, that's the person we're talking about. YouTube upload or whatever. Yep. I can't blame you for feeling like a kid in a candy. Yep. Elmer time, that 4800 should be a decent receiver, double conversion, super hetero. Yeah. Yeah. Super. Yeah. Universal radio catalog link. Okay. Yeah. Good catch. And let me go down here. Daniel Michael blog. Oh, he's talking to Elmer. Okay, so let me. Yeah, they want. Yeah, exactly, David. They want way too much for the radios. Yeah, yeah. I try not to swear, but sometimes it just comes out, and I'm really trying not to. Um, but yeah, sometimes I have to remind. But yeah. Yeah, I'm really. Oh, anyway. Uh, yeah. So anyway, David, that's right. Some eBay sellers, they want like 221 is not, the shipping is ridiculous. $97 shipping. But I guess in their case, Canada, I don't know them. Unfortunately, I know they have all these tariffs or whatever. Yeah. Um, yeah, eBay is way overpriced anyway. It is. Because the shipping right there alone. Then thanks on that age thing, I needed that. Yeah, my demographic is mostly 44. If I look at my analytics and all that, it's geared toward 40 something, goes all the way up to 60 something. The bulk of the subscribers and people that watch is a 40 to 60 something. A lot of it is in that group. And there's a few above that. And then it drops off dramatically. I don't have too many people in the I don't have too many people in their 30s watching this channel. I rarely have anybody in their 20s watching this channel other than Keegan that I know of. And that's it. So and that's the way it should be for this particular radio. I'm not trying to same thing with my gaming channel. It's retro gaming. So again, it's gonna be the same thing. A lot of people that play video games in the 80s, 90s, and I didn't even cover 2000s. Most of my games in retro gaming is the 80s, is either 70s, which I didn't play any games in the 70s really, other than the Atari 2600, which I didn't play that much. I don't really consider that. Talking about like 8-bit, 16-bit, 80s and 90s. So my generation is gonna be around my age group. I'm not trying to gear. I'm not. I don't want to do gaming like the modern game. I can't relate to that. That's not mine. You know. Now, of course, my real fan channel, I don't do live streams there anyway, so that's safe. Because even any age can go to that one, real Danny Rail Fan, because that's just rail fanning. And that's it. But this channel, shortwave, medium wave, I don't want to get. I don't want. But the live stream, I don't mind they watch, but in the live stream, they cannot be in here. And I make it clear when I upload every content says that, uh, you know, age, not for kids. Then they have another restriction. You can put age restriction. That means 18 and above. I don't need to do that. If you're 16, you're okay. If you're 17, okay. But not 12, not 11, not 12. No. I am gonna have a problem with that. Yeah, I know. It sounds like, yeah, I get it. I guess some people really bothers them, but I'm sorry if you know, I am way above. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me go over here. Oh, so okay, so he's talking. Okay, Elmer time. So they want to. Okay, all right. Yes. Anyway, you're talking to Daniel, so I'm gonna press that. Yeah, I swear I only have no. Yeah. I'm at the point of my age where you know what it is. What it is. That's it. I'm not gonna. It is what it is. That's it. Let me go back up here. Yeah. How much time? I've been asked to keep my. Oh my god. He can the my dad grew up in the 40s and 50s. Yeah. And I grew up in the late 90s to mid 2010s. Okay. And my dad will swear if he actually, yeah. They were ready. A friend of mine gave me an RF 4800 and it died a painful death. Wow. Okay, so the key in, so I'm going to skip that. So how much time I used to repair or mod transceivers, receivers as a side gig. People would give me a radio to repair and another one. I used to have shelves of radio from floor to ceiling covering tool walls. Wow. Daniel Mark about age is a lot like wine. The older it gets, the better it is. Yep. It's a vintage. So I am Jim said, I'm a vintage bottle of wine. Yeah. Yeah. Consider me vintage. Yep. He said my dad too. Yeah. A 39 wine. I would be a 96 wine. Keegan said, yep. Yep. I was born in 1966. There you go. 1966. That's a long. Now you think about it's a long time ago. When I was born, there was no first man on the moon yet. And of course, at that time, when I was born, let me see. Yeah, well, that's a long time. The Vietnam War, correct? Vietnam War. When the Vietnam War? Yeah, I believe Vietnam War. I got an itch right there. And then 1969, 70, we came to the United States from Puerto Rico. I was about about 4 years old when I came to New York City. Yep. Elmer time, I am the spoiled old wine that sits in the dark cellar with a broken cork, no longer good to drink, but is kept in. Oh my God. Wow, Elmer. Oh, excuse me. Keegan, a wine bottle collection. I had the wine that I had the wine that I had turned into vinegar. Wow. Yeah, Keegan, I try not to swear either. Yeah. I usually swear if I accidentally hurt myself. So Bobby is back. Yeah. I'm telling you, when I play sports, that's the one thing that happened. People talk smack, and you talk smack right back to them, and then it was just. And of course, I grew up with a bunch of uh, like I said, I grew up with a lot of some crazy people around me. You know, I didn't have the upbringing like some people have. Early years was in the South Bronx. I lived in the apartment. We got burned out of that apartment. Somebody set that apartment building on fire. Arson. It had to be arson. And went to another building. Same thing. Burned out of that apartment. Staying in shelters. It was rough. So many PC stuff today. That's what it is. And I'm not talking about swearing. I'm talking about in general. It's not about swearing. It's about if, people give words too much power now. That's my point. And like I said, I was in that railroad chat last night. And the narrator is talking about, it was a narrator in the video. He was talking about master and slave, the train. What is it called? A master. And I'm not familiar with all the railroad terminology. I know some. So I guess it's the lead car is the master car, and then there's a secondary car that handles the radio. It's something like that. It's considered the slave car. In technology, in computer science, and computer hardware, we have that terminology too. The your primary hard drive is your master hard drive, and your secondary drive is your slave. It's not derogatory, something like that. But today, people want to outlaw those words. And you get into a slippery slope where now you want to outlaw everything somebody says. And that is dangerous. It is dangerous. I'm going to say it. It's a dangerous thing when you're trying to outlaw every little thing every label or words that people use. When I was young, I heard a lot of derogatory stuff that I would not even say today. Because now you'll be even more labeled. You'll be labeled whatever. You'll be labeled a racist or misogynist or whatever. It's unfortunate, some of it, because some of it is way overblown. It is. Some of it is way overblown. And if it offends people, if some people get offended to the point where history shouldn't be offending. You should learn from it so it doesn't repeat itself. But some people got to the point where they want to hide the history now. And that is dangerous. And you can disagree with me on that. That's fine. But that is dangerous. When you want to silence people because you don't agree with them, that's it. No, that is dangerous. And that was the point I'm getting to. So PC police. And that's what happened with that chat room. We laughed about it. I brought it up. I said, imagine the PC police was watching this video right now. They would take exception to that. You know? And also and there was another one. It was the locomotive. It was a steam engine, and you see smoke coming out of it, billowing. And somebody posted, what happened to Greta, whatever her name is, Thunberg, whatever, will see that video. She'll probably have a fit. Because, that's the environmentalists. Oh, my God, a steam engine. Well, that's what built this country. People don't understand the history of the steam engine. Without the steam engine, we wouldn't have the country that we have today. It took the steam engine, Industrial Revolution, the steam engine to build this country into, and of course, now you're talking about, oh my God, anything that blows smoke out of a muffler is, it's like, they don't understand history. And that's what we talk. We were joking about that in the railroad chat. Greta Thunberg would see that steam engine, she would have a fit. Oh my God, look at all that pollution going up in the, in the sky. Oh my God, it's a steam engine. And that's the problem, like, what you want to ban trains? Because you still have diesel trains today. And she doesn't believe in flying. Yes, she's flying first class business jets. Business jets, she's flying all around the world. Yes, she's an environmentalist. Are you kidding me? Like, most of these people they're hypocrites. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, they're hypocrites. Because you need a plane. I cannot go to Puerto Rico on a train. I have to fly there. Well, unless I take a ship there, and it's gonna take forever, I have to fly there. And that's the problem. We have too many of this PC police nonsense. Please. So Jim's radio check, you ride the motorcycle. I bet that blows a lot of smoke, right? You ever had somebody say, oh, you should get an electric vehicle. You should get an electric vehicle. Well, I mean, what do you think makes the electric vehicle? Another machine, another robot, another probably gas power, whatever. People are lost, they really. And that railroad chat, we was laughing about all that stuff because it's funny. If people see a steam engine today, they'll go crazy. They literally will go crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go down here. Didn't really check. I was riding my motorcycle one day and I got stung right in the in the face. I got stung by a few bees over the years. That's why I know I'm not allergic to it because I would have been when that happened to me back in February last year. I'm telling you, that was a freak thing. I think that was I'm gonna say I think that was the shot. I never had no anaphylaxis, anything reaction. I remember when I used to play baseball, I got stung in my shoulder when I'm swinging at a pitch, and there was a bee happened to be flying right there. I got right on my shoulder. I was like, of course, smashed them right there. Because they died. They leave the stinger there. Oh my God, my arm was on fire. I'm just swinging at a pitch. I'm batting up, and a beep, I got. right on my shoulder, out of nowhere. I was swinging at a ball and whammo. Sometimes they sting you, imagine right in your face. Wow. Oh my God. King of the X, the ones that got me on the leg apparently crawled into my, oh my God. He crawled on your, what you was, wow. Yikes. Yeah, yikes is right. And your dad killed the wasp. I had the idea to put the dead wasp in the wood stove when he burned. Oh my God. And you even have the date, January 20, January 2020. Burn baby. Burn. Oh my God. He has a photograph. Remember, you have a memory that you know all these dates and everything. Wow. Like I can't remember what I said 2 days ago. Sometimes I sometimes I forget where I put my keys. I have to, like 5 minutes ago, I put my keys over here. Where my keys at? How much? If I get stung by a wasp or a bee, it's time for a trip to the hospital immediately. For me, getting stung is like, wow, really? You're allergic to 'em? Oh my God, I didn't know that. Wow. And David, same thing. Wow, you guys are allergic to. Wow. Because I got stung a few times. Because I used to work outside too. Uh, Landscaping. One time I was working in my yard all the way on the other side, and there was a big, like a hedge on the other side. And I hit the fence, and I didn't know there was a beehive inside there. And also, there was a whole bunch of bees flying right in front of my face. I just walked fast right into the back of the house. I closed the door, and so none of them got to. But I almost got stung by a whole bunch of them at one time because I didn't know there was a nest or something, and they were right there, getting in my face. They were about to, and I just walked fast. I didn't run. I just walked fast, another 30 feet, 30 feet or so to my house. Closed the back door and locked it. That's it. And then they went. And then the next day, I just uh, there was some spray that I used, and I sprayed it, and they were gone. Oh my God, that's scary though. Is it for some people? That's really, yeah. I'm telling you, that's really bad for some people. You even recorded it on your iPhone. Okay, the video says in the video I say take that. Wow. How much time? Knock on wood. I've never been bitten by a brown recluse spider or black widow yet. They are both prevalent here in the Northwest. Okay. Wow. Yeah, keeping the extra. I get brown wasp, black wasp, yellow jackets here, or paper wasp, mud dab. I don't know what these are. I know some of them. Mud dab. I don't know what that is. And yellow jackets. Okay. James Vitti said, start a wasp sting channel. Oh my God. So David got to go. Dinner. Okay, David, enjoy your dinner. Take care. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. He in the excerpt. My dad had a cat that would catch wasps when they lived in Tulsa in the late 1970s. Okay, wow. And you could hear the wasps crunching. Ooh. And that would be a cool name, the Wasp DX channel. Okay. Good luck on that. Whoever wants that name. Helmet time. Now that I own and tinker with the SX Data D808 for a week or so, now I will say it's a decent portable SSB receiver. If I were to have designed the radio, I would add a variable RF gain and a 10. Yeah, yeah, but it's just a portable. Not it is what it is. For the price, I think it's a good receiver. I think it's a good portable receiver. Glenn Dansler, I was called as WOP all through high school. Okay, I don't know what WOP means. Or WAP. I don't know. I was the call as WOP. Okay, I don't know what that means. So you gotta break it down for me. I'm not good with some acronyms. Like somebody posted something yesterday on Reddit. He wrote, I have the CIB of this game. And I'm like, okay, what is CIB? And then he answered, because I wrote, what is CIB? And then he wrote, what was something in a box? It was container. No, the cartridge in the box. Because it was about a game. So he said cartridge in the box. So he got the box of the cartridge. And I was like, okay. Because I have Sega cartridges, but they don't have the box. Some of them don't have the box. Okay, I bought some on eBay. I bought a lot of them. Some of them didn't have the box of the cartridge. So he will see. So sometimes if you're gonna write that, you might as well just write cartridges in the box. Because don't assume that everybody knows the abbreviate or whatever. So that's why he wrote. I have CIB. I have the CIB of this game. I'm like, okay, what is CIB? And then he. So I don't know what WOP means. So how much I because it does not because it does overload when connected to larger than the game could control. Yeah. Yeah, but I usually don't connect externals with this. I just listen to it like that. You know, you can, of course, but I don't. I have the MLA 30. I have the MFJ in the boiler room. I could hook this up to the MLA. I mean, to the MFJ in the boiler room, but I just listen to it with the. Or if I'm outside, I'll clip it to a wire, like what I did in Florida. I was in the park and I just clip it. I don't extend. I just leave it like this, and I'll clip. I'll use this antenna. This one, I'll just clip it and put it on a tree, and that's it. And it works well, you know. So usually these antennas, I don't hook them up to my loop antennas because I have those radios for that. And this is when I go in the boiler room. I don't have these big radios over there. This is for the boiler room, or if I'm outside in the backyard and I'm doing something in the backyard, mowing the lawn, I'll just take one of these radios and I just use the antenna, the whip antenna. So it's not an issue for me. Without passport. Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying that. A bad name for Italian immigrants coming through Ellis Island. Okay. All right. Without a passport. Yeah. All right. How much time getting stung in the face is a very common while riding motorcycle. I don't know. I never ridden a motorcycle. I'm not a motorcycle. I don't ride motorcycles. I don't. James Radio check in Nevada. There is a museum that is still has a running steam engine. I think you can ride on it. There's a couple of them. I would like to eventually go on. That would be nice. I would look because I love railroad stuff. So I would like to see steam steam engine up close and personal. And if I could even ride on one, that would be even better. Yeah, James Radio said the Wasp Crematorium. Oh my god. Elmer time mud daubers are nasty critters. Okay. Okay. And Keegan DX said the wasp that stung me on the leg was on January 11, 2022. I'm telling you, you have these things notated. I put the wasp on a wood stove to burn with the wood inside on January 15th. Wow. Keegan DX said the black wasp are worse than the brown one. I don't know. To me, they all sting, and I don't know. Although I'm afraid of the big ones. Some real, like a hornet. I saw there was one that was a particular species of hornet. It's a hornet, and it's about this. It looks big. I was like, oh my god, it's so scary. So, yeah, I saw a video on something like that too. I saw one that was a hornet. It was I guess they call it like a super hornet or something. It was a big hornet, and it went to a bee. There was just a bunch of smaller bees, and they, they surrounded him, and they just ganged up on him. And they, oh my god, yeah, oh that's scary. Asian hornet. It was an Asian. It was some Asian, and I think I think they're in the West Coast. They haven't made it here yet in the East Coast, but I heard there's an area in around where you at. I think Elmer that is starting to be there. It was like a giant hornet. Oh my god, it's so scary looking. It's scary. Those things look scary. Oh my god. Yeah. So as far as which of the wasps things, I don't know. Like I said, yes, they scary. Yes, here. Yes, they are here. Yeah, okay. Because I remember they're on the West Coast. They just started like I guess they made it over the Pacific, maybe they want a boat or something, with other, and they started breeding. So I know there's parts of the West Coast that they're there now. Oh my god! I saw them. I was like, oh my! And I saw a video on one of them that it was attacked by a bunch of smaller bees, but I don't know what the others. I don't know. I'm not an expert on them, but they took that big Asian hornet and they it must have been hundreds. Like he went in the wrong neighborhood. That big Asian hornet went in the wrong beehive or something, or whatever it was. He was done. It was done. Keegan there, so I had an ice pack for the wasp bee sting on my leg. Okay. And Glenn says, yeah, Italian immigrants. Okay, yeah. So without passport, okay. So how much our Asian giant hornet had made their way to Washington, Oregon. Looked, yeah, I know they're scary. Because I saw it. It was a year ago, so ago. I heard it on some news program, and then I went on YouTube, and then I saw that they're um they're out there where you at. What you said, and then because I thought they made it here to the East Coast. So I'm like, oh my god, they do look scary. And King of this, I watched a video of a praying mantis versus a hornet, and the mantis won. Oh, okay. Yes, Asian giant hornets, Elmer said. King of this, the audio used in the video sounded like it was a commentary from a wrestling match. Yeah. Oh my god. So I'm gonna say they are like a bird flying by. Oh my god. Because I saw the images, they look big. They're scary.
Walking through the line and brother Jake, and the Jacob, he got up there first. And one person came out that night and he piled that place. It was that high. I took a watch and get it. I looked at him, he didn't know. I let him go. And I saw him go back up again and didn't take him.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they probably hitched a ride on a shipping container. But they had to come here by boat somehow. Some like you said, probably shipping container or something. They made it here. That's usually the case with a lot of these shipping container, oil tanker, shipping container. They made it over the Pacific. It was like that movie. What's that movie? Is it Outbreak? I think there was a monkey that was infected with some virus. It was on it was on a Chinese shipping boat, and it made it to the West Coast, and then the first workers that got sick were the ship workers, and then the virus spread and it wind up. Oh, it was a It was a monkey. It was a monkey, some kind of monkey. Had the virus or something. Man, I was itching again. Wow. Yeah, Elmer. So you have numerous ship docks across the northwest. Yeah. Let me go check them. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check out my son. Oh my god, that popcorn is so good. Wow. Oh, man, that popcorn is so good. Yeah, it was in that movie, Outbreak. So it was like I think it was a shipping container boat or something. And so that's probably what happened with that Hornet. It probably came from wherever and it made it to the west coast of the United States, and that's it. Usually something like that. Like in Florida, I saw something that yeah, that's it tastes that one tastes like this one. This is a sweet salt and sweet popcorn. I don't have the bag here. I forgot. My son was eating it, and I just took a little bit. It tastes good. I love the caramel. Yeah, it remind me of that. But this one is not caramel. It's just a little bit sweet. But man, I love that too. Don't get me started with that caramel covered Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jack, right? Cracker Jack too. Oh my god. Oh, I shouldn't have ate. Now I want to go back and bring. I want to bring the bag down and eat it. So that's cool. Wow, that's cool. That yeah, get your okay. And Bobby is 88. Bobby got 88 now. Elmer was at 107. There you go. Elmer, 107. 107. Wow. Elmer time. Yes, Cracker Jack. That's where I got my driver's license. Yeah, Cracker Jack. Now go to Yankee Stadium and try to buy Cracker Jacks. Like an arm and a leg. Any sporting event now. If you go buy Cracker Jack or like especially in baseball, a lot of things change now. Everything's too expensive. Even going to the movies. I stopped going. I haven't been to a movie theater in. I'm gonna say 20 years. When was the last movie I went to? I think the last movie I saw was Saw with my wife before my son was born. It was in Union Square, 14th Street in Manhattan, and we saw I think it was Saw the 3D one. Saw, right? The horror movie Saw. My wife is a big horror movie. She likes to watch all those horror movies. So of course, and we had dinner and then we went to a movie. So that was the last movie I ever been to. It was over 20 years ago. Probably about 20 years. 20 years, a little over 20 years plus. That's the last time we went to a movie theater. And of course, in there they give you the glasses, the 3D. I still have them up there. The 3D glasses. So you're watching the 3D movie and you see, that's silly. That's the last time I went to a movie theater. Of course, when you go to the movie theater, people can't turn off their phone. At least put it on vibrate or something. People, with silent mode, and people just talking. When people watching a movie, and that's when I say, I'm not. I can't go to a movie today. No way. No way. Got a 55-inch upstairs. Got a 55-inch TV. Eventually, we're gonna probably get a 65 because this TV having issues lately. All right. So Amatan says, truthfully, I am a good driver with a motorcycle. Yeah, we drive out here on a motorcycle. That's pretty good. Jim's radio check, a surprise in every box. Yeah. Elmatan, I haven't been to a walk-in theater since right before my hospitalization in 2018. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time. 20 years. I think over 20 years since I've been to a movie theater. At least. And I think that was the last movie I saw was Saw. The 3D movie. I forget. I think it's it may not be 20 years. Let me see when that movie came out. Saw. Let me look it up. 3D. When that movie came out. 12 years. Okay, so it's 2010. Oh, so it's a decade. Okay, so a little over 10 years since I've been to. So it came out in 2010. Oh, okay. Because it was a 3D Saw. So we went to a movie theater. They gave you the glasses. You put them on. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it now. So it's 20. I thought it was longer than that. How much time I used to go around 2 times a month. The newest 3D movies are outstanding. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at it now. So it was released in 2010. Lionsgate Film. Oh, Lionsgate. They have a Lionsgate studio right here in Yonkers. So Lionsgate has a studio right there by the Yonkers train station. There's a Lionsgate studio there. They just moved in there a couple of years ago. So we have a movie studio here in Yonkers. Lionsgate. So that's who made Saw. Okay. All right. There you go. Lionsgate Studio. Because they're trying to bring more that's like the first major studio that came to New York area recently. Lionsgate. So I think they're trying to bring in more studios like that. Yeah, I know there's a whole bunch of them. I saw a couple of them. Of course we saw the original one because my wife she watches all of that. So of course I watch it with her when she wants to watch it. So yeah, it says the final chapter, but it wasn't the final chapter. I know there's a few of them. Yeah, there's a few of them. So yeah, there's a few of them. Just like Halloween and Friday the 13th, and they just made another Friday the 13th, the final whatever it was, and we saw that through Netflix, I think. We saw it here, and that's not gonna be the end of it. They're always gonna come up with. They're gonna milk that cow. And the same thing happened with Star Wars. When I was a kid, I saw the original Star Wars, right, the first one, and I saw like Empire Strikes Back. But then after that, I was like, now it's ridiculous. I can't follow it anymore. I can't follow those things anymore. When you get to about the second time or the third time, then you start losing me. I can't be like that. I can't be into that whole, well, like, I don't know how many Star Wars it is now. I lost track of it. All the different prequels and sequels and all that. I can't relate to that now. I just can't. The storyline is I can't. It gets to a point where it's ridiculous. Oh, I think I know that. I think I remember that one. So let me go back up here. The newest 3D movie. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, just read that for you. Jim's radio check there. Oh, I read that. So I forgot. So how much on the 3D effect has significantly improved? Okay. And of course, my wife when she watches that around my son tells her not to watch that, so she doesn't watch it around my son anymore. He doesn't like those movies. I mean, he shouldn't like them, but anyway. But my wife sometimes used to watch it in front of her, and I would tell her, "Why are you watching that in front of him?" And she would like, "Oh, you." I said, "No, I don't watch all that stuff in front of him." And then he told her one time, "I don't like you watching that." He told her, "I don't like, Mama. I don't like you watching that stuff." Jim Vader check the grossest horror movie I ever seen is called The Human Centipede. Which is that one? The Human Centipede. I saw one. It was like I saw one a long time ago. It was a centipede. I don't know if it was that one. And it was kind of gross. Okay, let me see the human centipede. Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, yeah, this looks kind of like, yeah. Okay, I don't remember seeing this one. I don't remember seeing this human centipede. Oh my God, I'm looking at the cover. Okay, that looks, it was banned? Oh, because the American, okay, it was banned because of the rating. Okay. Yeah, Hostels are pretty bad movies. Those are bad movies. The Hostels. That I seen with my wife. Yeah, those are they could get a little twisted. So the human centipede. I never seen that one. And Elmer said, I heard of that about that centipede movie. I'm glad I didn't watch it. Yeah, it looks gross. I'm looking at the album. I mean the album, the cover. Oh my God, the first sequence. Okay, let me click on it. Oh yeah, that looks wow. Oh my God, that is ugh. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch it either now. And I'm not looking at it. I'm glad I didn't watch that one. Kicking the extra. I watched The Shining 1980 with my dad in 2013 originally. Okay. James Vader said there are three. The second one's the worst. Okay. Yeah, because I see there's three Centipede movies. Human Centipede. That's the first one. Human Centipede 2. Human Centipede 3. Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch that. I have to check with my wife. Yeah, it might be on Amazon Prime. Oh my God, my nose itching here. Amazon Prime, maybe, because that's already been out for a few years. I have to see that. I'm gonna ask her. Gonna ask her tonight when she comes home. She should be home in a little bit. She I said, "Have you ever seen the Human Centipede?" She says, "Oh my God." Well, I got those free movie apps, so I can check it in there. Yeah, I can check it in there. I don't need, I can get it. I can find it. I'm sure it's around there somewhere. I could find it. Excuse me. So the second one is the worst out of the three. No, I think I'll just watch the first one and go like that and watch to see how it started and everything. So I'm not normally I don't watch them, but I may watch that one tonight actually. Later on, I can go right here and watch it on my TV right here, 55. I put the Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, movie night. Oh, you watch it on YouTube? It's on YouTube? Oh, man. I'm going to look around. Wow. So King is about this time 10 years ago. Okay. Elmer Time, The Shining is a cult classic. Yes, a cult classic. King Diaz, I saw scenes from The Shining in Twister, 1996. King Diaz, it was shown at an outdoor movie theater in the later film. Okay. I went to outdoor movie theater. It was around 2 years ago. It was toward the end of the pandemic stuff and whatever. Everything was getting back. It was my sister-in-law up there by Brewster. They had an outdoor movie theater. But it was a kids movie. It was what it was. It was Sylvester. It was a cartoon. It was a cartoon movie. It was for kids though. So my son, her kids and my son, we all watched it. So it was in a park in a park. So they had an inflatable big projector. It was huge, inflatable. And they just played it there. They would wait till it get dark. And they played it. It was nice. It was out there. People had like a picnic outdoor. We just put it was a big inflatable movie screen. And then they hooked up this audio, big speakers. And they had a projector, one of those new projectors, a digital. And they were playing the movie. It was nice though. It was free. You just bring your family. You can sit out there and you drive there. You pull up there. So we had the minivan. We took it and it was nice. Yeah. So Hostels. Okay, let me go back. Generated to Hostels are pretty bad movies. Yeah, they are. We've seen a couple of them. My wife is the one that watches all this stuff, so I wanted to watch it with her. Oh my god. At the beginning of The Shining, they show Mount Hood, Oregon Timberline Lodge as the hotel. Okay, wow. And Jim said that the second one is the worst. With the three of them, you watch it on YouTube. Okay, wow. Elmer Time, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. The Shining. James Radio Check. Everyone I know that saw the Human Centipede said they never want to see it again. Oh my god! Now I'm curious to see the movie now because I'm looking at it. It looks creepy. When I saw The Fly, I thought that was bad. The Fly, not the original. I saw that one too. The original one, black and white. I saw that a few months ago. I had it on Movies TV, upset over the air channel, and they were playing The Fly, the original, The Fly with who was in there? Was it? Oh my god, what's his name? What's the actor's name? Oh my god, it'll come up to me in a second. Vincent Price, right? Vincent Price is because he's always in the scary movies. Vincent. So he was in The Fly, the original, and then they made a sequel of that one, the black and white. I'm not talking about the one that with Jeff Goldblum, right? Jeff Goldblum, whatever his name, Jeff. Talking about the original one, black and white. I saw that one. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, oh my god, that's The Fly. Vincent Price, yeah. Okay, it was Vincent Price. So the original Fly, he was in it. And then he was in the sequel. Because what happens is, in the original one, Vincent Price and the doctor, of course he died. And then the son of that doctor in the sequel, he tries to do the same experiment, and of course, the same thing happened. They wind up in that teleporting machine, and they got fused with the fly and the human, and they became a human, like a human fly. Oh, I was like, ooh. So, and then of course they remade that movie with Jeff Goldblum, and what's the actress name? What's the actress name? The actress of the fly. What's her name? Oh my god, my memory, my brain cells are like. I gotta look it. I'm gonna look it up. That was the cast. Somebody's gonna tell me before I even finish the search. But anyway, 1986. 1986. Gina Davis. There you go. Yeah, Beetlejuice, right? She was in Beetlejuice too, right? Beetlejuice. Gina Davis. That's what I saw. Yeah, Gina Davis. Yeah. So it was Gina Davis. Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis. Wow. So the original one was 1957, 1958. That was the original one. So the remake is 1986. That's a long time. Wow, it's been a while. 1986. Wow. Yeah, Gina Davis. So of course, when she was, oh my god. Then of course, uh, you know, she was pregnant and she was and having nightmares about the baby coming out of the. Oh my god, that was. Ugh, ugh, the fly. Ugh. Oh my god. Of course, the 86 one, it was more graphic because, like, there's a part that he shows how flies don't have like teeth and all that. They don't, they have to. So what they do is they have to they throw it like this acid, I guess, and it breaks down the food into a liquid, and then they sip it. Oh, ugh. Ooh, skill. That's gross. Oh my god. One more time. Come and play with us, Danny. The twins from the show. Oh my god. Yes, Vincent Price. So the original one was the Vincent Price one. Yeah, he's been in a lot of horror movies. That Vincent Price. Yeah, that's gross. So now I'm gonna watch the Human Centipede. Another gross movie. Oh my god. Yeah. So I think after this, I think the Sunday thing is gonna happen sooner than later. So I think not this Sunday, but I think next, not this weekend. The next Sunday is when I'm gonna start doing the Sunday shows. So I'm gonna see if I'll see if Tuesday and Thursday this week I'll be, because I have a lot of things I'm gonna do now. But I want to start doing a Sunday show only eventually. And I'm gonna start earlier. So I'm thinking best time for most. I may go as early as 1 o'clock Eastern time, Sunday afternoon, and I could just go the whole. If I do a 3 hour show or even a 4 hour show, or take me all the way to what we're talking about 1 o'clock. If I do 3 hour show, that can last all the way to 4. If I do so, at least 1 to 4 to 1 like that. Or I can start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm gonna try to see which one is gonna work for me. So I'm leaning toward 1, but maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sundays, because I enjoyed the weekend. It was when I did that. It was last Saturday show. I saw it was much more. A lot more people were on the watching. I have 13 people watching. Thank you. And of course, now it went down to 12. Okay, somebody just came and left. Okay. But on Saturday, I got up to like I believe it was 18 or 17, and 12 people. You know, but because I think what I'm getting is I think it's because it's the weekday. I think same thing happened with his channel on Wednesdays. He gets less people on his stream, but I know on Saturday that's when he gets. I'm thinking maybe I think Sunday will be better, and plus I can start earlier because what happened like today I was itching to start earlier, but I had to wait because I have to go pick him up first. I have to pick up my son, bring him home. I have to make sure he's okay, and then so Sunday that's not going to be an issue. Sunday I can start earlier and just go straight through. I think it will be better. You know, of course, I would love to do Saturday, but I'm not gonna do Saturday because I only came on Saturdays when he wasn't streaming. And I noticed a lot of people rather be on the weekend days because I also want to do a stream with my other channel, and I think after next week, one week is gonna be once a week will be better long term. And of course, the next week or two, I'm gonna rearrange everything. I have to take all these radios out of here. I'm gonna put my transceivers down here. I had to set that up, and I have a computer for that one. If when I do the FTA, it's an all-in-one computer. I was gonna use it for the boiler room, but I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna have a screen here, and that one also, yeah, mostly for that for the FTA. Also, I could do other stuff with that computer here because I'm not using it. I had it in the boiler room, but I'm gonna bring it over here. And I have the screen here. I have a couple of ideas because I need to set it up. I need to set everything up because if I put this on that shelf, it's too heavy. Just this power supply on that shelf is way too heavy with the radius that I have now. I can't. So I have to. I may just remove that shelf, put a table there, and because this is heavy. And that shelf looks like it's not going to be enough to hold all this stuff up. And I need room for it. I need more room. So this thing weighs a lot. So I want to have so I need to incorporate, maybe I put my receivers up here, these receivers up here, and then I can put a transceiver right here, the transceiver, excuse me. So I'm going to have to rearrange again. And of course, all these radios, I got to clean them up because I'm getting dusty. I got to clean all that stuff out of here. So that's why I'm thinking I'm going to push to not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I think it's going to be maybe. Let me see what happens on Tuesday. Yeah. I have a lot of work to do. Rearrange all this stuff over here. And of course, it's going to be hooked up to the end fed. So the end fed is right here, the switch box. The transceiver has to be right here. I don't want to put it up there. I want to put it here. And this is one of them, of course. You just sat on the Elmerton. I just sat on my remote control. So this is the one that's going to be hooked up to that one. And then the other one, I'm going to have it next to it. I want to have both transceivers here. And that's what I want to do. Right now, it's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. I want to put them to work. So I'm going to designate this spot right here. And then I may do something about this table. I may get rid of this table because it's just temporary. No, most of it is behind me and over here. I have some stored up there in shelves, but radios that I use actively, they're right here. What I listen to. And these are not. I can't. I'm not gonna. These are not plugged in. They're just there. But it's really here. So Daniel Mark LeBlanc, you have radios in front of you now. Now in front of me is just a. I have a big round table. I have a big desktop here. I have a screen here. This is 27-inch. Okay. All right. There you go. Okay. Then I have a old 37-inch Vizio right here. I have two screens connected to this computer. But I want to do something else. I'm thinking I have to. Well, anyway, I have to rearrange some stuff because I want to have the transceivers here. Part of me was thinking about putting the transceivers in the boiler room and just take the end fed and just put it over there and have an area where I could just use the transceivers there. Just separate the transceivers from here, but I want to have them here because I want to show them on the live stream too. So I have a whole bunch of things I have to. I don't know, Elmer. I don't know. Daniel Mark LeBlanc, which are your principal receiver you use daily? When I'm sitting here, it is these two. And I haven't been using my SDR lately. It's these two right here. They're the ones I use lately, especially this one. But when I try this one out, it's a pretty good receiver too. Because I listened to it. It was pretty good. I'm gonna say even for a receiver, it's not that bad. So I think that one is gonna replace. Well, anyway, I'm gonna put them here, and then these are gonna either move over here to this side. This one is gonna go back up there or something. I don't know. I might move these over here. Then I'm gonna have the transceivers here. Gonna have the transceivers here. Of course, this is gonna stay the way it is. And then I'm gonna figure something out because of course I want to do FT8. So I have a computer that will fit right in here. It's an all-in-one computer. It's a monitor and a computer all in one. So I can fit it in there. Because I don't want to use the desktop. I don't want to use I thought about it. I don't want to use this desktop to do FT8 also. I don't want to do all that. This is just for live streaming. And if I want to listen to my SDR, I could do that. But I'm thinking about putting the computer, all-in-one computer in here. And I think it's about this size. It's 20. No, what's the size? It's not. This is 27-inch. The all-in-one computer, I think, is 21-inch. It's a Intel i7, 16 gigs of RAM. They were gonna get rid of it in her job, and they gave it to her, and they were gonna. So I cleaned it out. I put Windows 11 on it. It has a 256 gigabyte SSD, the M2 type SSD. It runs fast, and I'm just gonna put that one there just to do FTA and maybe even for SDR captures. That's it, and have that one there just for that. That's just gonna be that for the FTA stuff, and I could even hook up another webcam to that one, and maybe. You remember the other day I had 2 streams? I could probably do it. No, I'm not doing that 2 stream stuff. Anyway. I'll think about it. Let me go back up here. I'm sorry. The Keegan DXer. The twins from The Shining also featured in an outdoor movie theater in Twister. Okay, I don't know what. I think Twister's about that. Anyway, you tell me what Twister. I forgot. I think it's. I never got to see that movie, Twister. Is that about a tornado? I forgot. How much time I was wondering why all of a sudden I'm watching Little Mermaid on Disney. Okay, my God. Yeah, I know. But I may do the other one on another service. Takes talent. I have no talent. Yeah, no talent guy. I don't know. I'm just because I have another webcam. I'm not using it. It's another like this one. It is a twisted movie. Yeah, it's about to. Okay. Let me go down here. So Daniel Mark Laban, if you want to get rid of a few receiver postage, it's free to Canada. LOL. Yeah. Autism radios. Do you have the Sangean ATS 909X2? No, I don't have them. I don't own any. I don't even know the original 909, and that's the X2. I don't even own that one either. Sorry. I would like to have one, but I'm not gonna pay an arm and a leg for that radio. And based on the reviews that I saw, he's not that great. It's a nice looking radio, has a big display. It's a nice looking radio, but um from what I've been told, it's the same performance as the original one. They hadn't changed much. It's basically not I don't want to say deaf on shortwave, but the reviews were not great on that radio. They weren't overwhelming. I thought about buying one when it first came out, but then once I saw the reviews on it, and and the price dropped on it. When it first came out, it was a lot more money. What is the price on that radio now? What is the price on that radio? God, my nose itching. Wow. That's why I want to clean up this room. I have an air filter. I'm gonna start using here. My wife just bought a big air filter for upstairs for her. So I'm taking a little one. It's a little one that she's not gonna use anymore. I'm gonna bring it here. Oh my god, Sharknado. So ATS. I don't know. Okay, it's right there in the search. So Walmart has it for $226.59. Walmart. Amazon has it for $227. Let me see. Is that new? Let me see. Oh, okay. When connected to outdoor antenna, I don't want it just to be connected to outdoor antenna, so I'm gonna pass on it. I don't want an outdoor antenna. That's what he said too. You hook it up to outdoor antenna, it's a good radio. I love the display, but anyway. And let me see. Actually, yeah, 220. Yeah, 227. Okay, 227. So let me see where I'm at now. So yeah, I don't have that radio. How much time? Two streams take talent. Yeah. Daniel Mark LeBlanc. It is a twisted movie. LOL. Let me go back over here. And then yes, Twister is about tornadoes set in Oklahoma. Time. I recommend watching Twister with a good TV and sound system. Didn't really check. There is a Sharknado marathon. Oh my gosh, Sharknado. I heard I thought that was a joke, and I heard about it. Oh my gosh, there is actually Sharknado. So Elmer Tan said the 909X2 is a good receiver. When connected to an outdoor antenna, it does need more bandwidth filters. Yeah, that was a knock on it. King and the Twister credits the big three affiliates in Oklahoma City: KFOR, NBC, KOCO, ABC, and KW, TWCBS were mentioned. Okay. Channel 4, 5, and 9, respectively. I picked up all three analog and digital TV by TVDXing. Okay. Time I tried TVDXing a couple of times prior to the digital changeover. Okay, I never tried. I wish I wish I would have. I known what I know now, I would have. Not only I would have tried, I would have maybe had the recording and my brother's old camcorder. Who knows what I would have used back then. Like the railroad thing I was watching last night. It was a guy recorded that with an old VCR camcorder. This is like 1990. 1990. He made that. documentary, the video. It was a video. And it was pretty cool, 1990. So back then you were using a VCR. And I have two of them there, old ones. Original old VCR camcorder. They're pretty big. King of the said, I had KOCO over local or semi-local KFSM CBS on analog channel 5 in the early to late 2000s. Okay. Anyway, 3 hours and 25 minutes. I'm going to call it a night. I just want to thank everybody for stopping by. And hopefully I'll be back around Tuesday. Because like I said, I'm going to start. I need to take down decorations after tomorrow. Tomorrow is Epiphany. Tomorrow's Epiphany, the holiday. Epiphany, right? Three Kings Day. So that's why I keep the tree for until tomorrow. And I start taking all that stuff down Saturday. So I'm gonna be busy the next couple of days taking everything down. Then hopefully by Tuesday I'll be done with a lot of other stuff and I can come back on. And then next Sunday, not this Sunday, coming next Sunday, I'm gonna start streaming on Sundays. So I'm gonna try Tuesday this week, and then Thursday, and then Sunday is when I start the new one. And after that, it's gonna be Sunday only. Sunday only for that, for this channel for the time being. After that, I may pop in during the week, but I want to keep it Sunday only because, there's other stuff I need to do. I also want to go to my other channels and start live stream during the week. So if you want to see me on other channels, because I live stream on Retro Gaming channel, I'm gonna start streaming on Danny Finance soon. I'm gonna start streaming on those channels. I don't know if I'm gonna be on for 4 hours or 5 hours on those channels, but at least 2 or 3 hours. So if you want to see me on those channels, and when I come out on my live stream, go to my channel tab. You can hit the channel tab, and they're all there. Let me go. Okay. I'm on my Jeff's page. Okay. So my channel tabs, I'm all there. I'm gonna be. I know Danny Retro Game. I'm gonna be streaming there soon. And Danny Finance, I'm gonna stream there. Danny Rail Finance, I don't stream there, but Retro Gaming, I'm gonna be streaming, and Danny Finance. So I'm gonna do once after this week. After next week, I'm gonna do once a week here, and those channels too. I'm gonna be. So you're welcome to join there if you want to. And also, my Facebook group, everything is in the description. Twitter, Facebook. I have Reddit community now. You can join there if you want. And there you go. So thank you for stopping by. And let me read the last couple of them real quick, and then I'm gone. Yeah, all my Christmas decorations have been taken down. 73, everybody. And Keegan's DX says, yes, Dad, on January. Says same thing, January 6th. I may keep a string of 50 or 100 LED Christmas lights. Use that signal when I FMDXing. Okay. That's interesting. All right, so take care, everybody. I'll see you soon. Be good to each other. Take care. And thank you for stopping by. Good night, everybody. See you. Bye-bye.